need that sports encyclopedia. Where you at, Steve Kim? Got Trent in the cut. Yeah. Where you at, man? In the gym shooting, I'm Durant. You ain't shooting John Moran.
Darnell is the Ball State legend. I'm the Warren Central High School legend.
I'm proving with a reliable source, straight from the mouth of the horse. Smitty and JB and Smitty from West Coast to Yost.
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
Better stay in your lane. Hop is
you are fucking insane. Dude, what? You just will not give this guy his flowers. What is wrong with you?
Oh, you must have thought I was a bitch.
I am him. You's not it. What's the topic? When's your logic when I flow? Big Komodo, how it's talking.
Gotta get back to letting the baby cry a little bit to see if they can soothe themselves.
That's a bar.
Issues get pressed so fast you don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap.
I identified him after his third fight, and I said that guy should be a star.
I'm so proud of the show, bro.
The gap. Smitty and Jason Brown.
Coach JB show.
What up? We are in the building, live from the Slapdick Cigar Lounge and Studio. We got a loaded lineup. It is Merciless Monday, and I'm going to be merciful. Don't even trip. I'm taking no mercy. Pound the like, subscribe, become a member. It's a brand new week, a brand new day of that new week, and we got a lot of time to be a member. Subscribe today to our Slap Nation Discord. Download the Discord app, become a member. Plus, our winnable /slap picks are hitting. Make sure you head on over to winnable.com/slap picks for all the cappers from everything. Jeff Nadu, if you didn't watch it on the show Friday, he broke down the Kentucky Derby and he won. He broke it down. Make sure you head on over to winnable.com /slap picks today. We got a loaded lineup. Big Matt McChesney, Tank Johnson on the realest show on Planet ERF. We got a lot to dive into, but first, let me get into it. Today's world has become an envious clout-chasing one of who is on top right now. The bronzesexuals claim he is the GOAT without ever even truly comparing and contrasting the players before him. JJ Redick has come out on Shaq's podcast and claims that MJ was overrated because his era had 6 expansion franchises. Well, JJ, the NBA has now called the D-League. So is that not watered down as you say his era was? You were 6 years old, JJ Redick, in the 90s. The ignorance is what blows me away by these people's comments on shit they have no clue about. It is, once again, a what have you done for me lately world. Prime, Coach Prime, y'all call him, Deion Sanders, has the support from people that either support him because of who he is or because of the player he was. He has 0 true critics that know the game who judge him. Let's keep it real. The casuals, the prime sexuals, the bronze sexuals have made it so bad to tell the truth about certain deficiencies that they both possess that if you come out with your own opinion, they will try and lie on your name, cancel you, throw you under the bus. These casuals never played, they never coached, or even been competitive in anything in life. They live off the fame and clout that the media provides for these individuals. Instead of going out and earning your own keep, making your own footprint in the sand, you talk shit about people who have actually walked the walk and talked the talk and earned a paycheck in doing so. Go be your own person, ladies and gentlemen. Quit jocking someone who could care less about you and stop talking shit about folks who actually has the knowledge, experience, and expertise to discuss these individuals on a professional level like we do. Stay in your lane as we will stay in ours. Now let's get to the show. The Nuggets lose. The T-Wolves are for real. Woo! Can't wait for Matt's take on this. Canelo looks old, but still very difficult to beat. You got to still box well to beat Canelo. The Cavs move in on, and they're going to face the Celtics, and the Pacers play the Knicks. We are all set in the West as the Thunder face off with the Mavs, and the East begins tonight. The Kentucky Derby has all-time record $210 million bet on all races. While speaking about betting, Ohtani hits 2 massive home runs in a series win versus Atlanta. And in the NFL, ex-Browns running back, Texans running back Duke Johnson calls it quits, hangs up the cleats, retires officially. And in Formula One in Miami, Florida, where the nachos cost $180, my main man Norris beats Verstappen in Miami for the first F1 win, as the nachos, like I said, are unbelievably priced. I can't wait to dive into it. Dr. Jesse Morse was at the race and sent me some pictures. Unbelievable. We live in wild times economically. Just hope we all make it to the other side of this to tell about it. Tom Brady gets roasted on his own roast. And not pleased about some of the things said. Cat Williams performs live at Netflix YouTube studio here in Inglewood, California, to what many call a mid-performance. But before we begin to talk about all this, my wonderful co-hosts, self-esteemed Ball State legend, Naptown's finest 317 Far East Side great, an AR-5 defending, a Lamar Jackson loving, a LeBron hairline having, a Caitlin Clark jocking, Fox Sports' very own Big Smitty's back, y'all, this week.
I'm back. Clap it up, chat. What's going on, man? Did you miss me, JB? Keep it all the way real. I know you don't like showing your emotions. You like to be tough all the time. But did you miss Big Smitty? Let the world know.
Yeah, I missed you. Clap it up.
Oh, he said it, y'all. I told y'all.
I missed you because I got a question for you today about that. We're gonna talk about it though. I wrote up a question for you.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna bring that back. We're gonna bring it back. Jeff filled in nicely though. A lot of cats talking shit in the chat. They said Jeff was way better than you.
Hey, that's what I want. That's what I want.
They like Jeff. It's just like I just broke it down. Prime sexuals, we got bronze sexuals, and then you got Smitty sexuals.
I got Smitty sexuals already?
Oh, yeah, you got Smitty sexuals.
I probably got a handful. I ain't got as many, not Jabron, that's your brother, but was it JB sexuals, J sexuals?
Yeah, I don't know what they call it. I don't know what they call it, but
brownies?
Yeah.
Probably call them brownies.
Yeah, we're gonna dive into it, but first of all, let's get started with the quote of the day, brought to you by betonline.ag.
What up, man? The real Coach JB here for the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty. We got a proud new sponsor, of course, for the second part of the year, and that's BetOnline. Continue to be your number one source for all basketball wagering needs, including pro and college hoops throughout the year. March Madness is here. Join us every Monday and Friday with Jeff Nadu as we will pick them and up-to-minute odds, stats, and trends. You can follow your favorite team's path to the playoffs with in-game live betting, contests, and all the best player props. Experience the world's best wagering platform anytime from your desktop to your mobile device. Head on over to BetOnline today. Become part of the team and remember to use promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for 50% off plus welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts. Peace.
All right, Big Smitty. Quote of the day. No matter how good your heart is, Smitty, no matter how good your heart is, eventually you have to start treating people exactly how they treat you.
Damn. I thought you made that specifically for me, JB. I thought you talking to me right now.
I kind of have two for you.
Damn, okay.
Contrary to belief, too. Huh.
Don't laugh.
Huh. Contrary to belief, brought to you by Prize Picks. When you repeatedly ignore your intuition, you are betraying yourself. contrary to belief.
Wee.
I don't think people realize that, man. I go with my intuition, dog. The time I don't, I fucked up, and I'm like, God, I knew it. Go with your gut. Go with your intuition every single time. Because I'm telling you, dog, when you repeatedly ignore your intuition, you're definitely betraying yourself.
Man, that's real. That's real right there. Always go with your gut, even when it don't feel like it makes sense. That's when you got to lean in on faith. You know what I'm saying? I know you're a faith person, JB, and man, that's real. I love it.
Yeah, got to get into it. Let's dive into the poll question real quick. Big Smitty, we can start it off right here. Is Cat Williams now a better interview than a comedian?
Is Cat Williams now a better interview than a comedian? Huh?
Because everybody, very interesting. He blew up on Shay Shay and Shannon Sharp's show, and then everybody expected his live on Saturday night to probably, be off the chain, and everybody was going to be like, oh, man, it's going to be. And everyone, for most part, is saying it's real mid. We watched it live during the show. Steve Kim was like, that is horrible. And I don't know if he tried to come out and appease, like, the non-woke, or I think he tried to put politics involved, and it fucked him. I don't know. I thought it was his worst stand-up I've ever seen. And it comes after all the hype on all the interviews he's been doing about telling the truth, and Cat Williams is calling it out and blah, blah, blah. I think it was a disappointment, maybe because of his late interviews. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm actually with you. I'm a Cat Williams fan when it comes to his stand-up, especially, and I would have to agree that probably was his worst stand-up that I've seen. He's had a lot of specials, and it was a few moments where I laughed a little bit, but I remember me and my wife was sitting there watching it, and like the first 10, 15 minutes, like not even a sound. I didn't chuckle, she didn't chuckle. I'm like, damn, this ain't like Cat Williams. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's just a bad night or just the delivery, or I don't know. Maybe the bar was set high because of the interview being so good and catching so much attention. But yeah, I wasn't that impressed by it at all.
It seems like it was. I don't know if it was a setup, how they set it up. Was it bad timing? Was it a real bad timing from the standpoint that 2 days late or a day later, last night, the Tom Brady roast dropped live, and it could have went down as possibly one of the greatest things of all time. Like that shit blew up so much. Like the people that came out to fuck with him, from Belichick to crap, everybody on the same page at the same night.
Yeah,
that shit seems like it was. Was it done to bury Cat Williams?
Nah, I think this thing is, both of these things have been scheduled to drop the dates that they dropped for a long time. I think it's just they were trying to make it to where we're gonna have the biggest live show on Netflix, like a Netflix weekend. We're gonna have Cat Williams, who's fucking big as hell right now because of the Shannon Sharp stuff. Then we're gonna have the GOAT roast, and we haven't seen a roast. I don't know when last time I've seen like a true great roast. It's been a long ass time. So I think Netflix was trying to just get a numbers overflow over the weekend. And listen, I'm sure they still got good numbers on Cat Williams, but it just wasn't that funny. But the roast, I watched like a half of it, like an hour. It's like 3 hours long, so I only watched like an hour, the first hour and 40 of it. But I was cracking up from beginning till end. I thought everybody I've seen so far did a hell of a job. Obviously, Belichick coming out there was a little bit of a surprise to others. You had Ron Burgundy, aka Will Ferrell, come out there, do his whole bit. And Kevin Hart, I thought, did a hell of a job of hosting, and a lot of people, especially like in Black culture, kind of feel like Kevin Hart somewhat fell off, compared to his first few stand-ups and stuff like that. And I think a lot of us just kind of got a little tired of Kevin just because he was doing so much stuff back to back. But I'm not gonna lie, he came out here with some, like, his opening jokes. He was saying some heavy hitters that I just didn't expect for Kevin to say, and I thought he did a hell of a job, man. So way better than Cat Williams stand-up, in my opinion.
But that's my point. Like, wasn't Kevin Hart one of the main guys Cat Williams called out on Shay Shay?
Yeah.
On Club Shay Shay, Kevin Hart was definitely in Cat Williams' mouth. And so were a lot of people in that crowd if you didn't look around and watch it. And it was funny. My boy was bringing that up like the next day, instead of supporting Cat Williams' comedian stand-up, which is Kevin Hart's in that field, by the way. He's not in the football field. He's in Cat Williams' space. That is where everyone needed support ever since Chris Rock was slapped by Will Smith. Comedy was dying. Comedy had fallen off. You can't clown no more. You get hit now. Cats was running up on stage trying to fight comedians in the last couple years since.
Mm-hmm.
And then last night, the roast comes out and it holds no punches. Like it pulled back, no punches. Everything was out there from Kardashian getting clowned and her man and 9/11 talk and Aaron Hernandez talk.
A lot of internet.
They didn't care, dog. And I actually respect the fact that they brought comedy back to how it used to be.
Yes.
But it was funny that it was a day after Cat Williams called out half that fucking audience on a show. And now Kevin Hart, who he called out number one of the biggest guy he called out, one of them, is hosting that event. It just seems a little bit ironic, all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Was it the same place too? The YouTube Netflix Center?
Nah, I think one of them was at the Forum. That was at the Forum, right?
I don't know. Both of them
last night was
both
at the
of them in
Forum.
LA. Both of them a day apart.
Inglewood.
Both shit is kind of, I don't know, dog. I got a little something to feel about it. I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. I'm just saying.
I mean, but like, I hear what you're saying. It's an interesting point. But for Netflix to do this, like, are you suggesting that they asked Cat Williams to bomb on purpose, or like I don't?
No. I'm saying that
because if Cat Williams would have just killed it, then it wouldn't even matter, you know. So it's kind of like I don't see where the setup is at. It just looks bad now because Cat Williams was like average. I don't think it was horrible. It is compared to what Cat Williams' standards are. Excuse me. I thought it was just average, you know. So when you see that average performance, and then you go to this damn roast, and like you said, it felt like an old school comedy session because they were talking about everything, every single thing. It was not politically correct. Whatever they wanted to say, they said, you know. Even to the point I saw someone made Ross or whatever made a joke about Kraft in the massage situation. That's the one joke that Brady got up and was like, hey, he said, don't say that shit again. He tried to whisper it, but it's like it's live and we heard it through the mic.
I wonder if that's real though.
Shit, that looked real to me. It's live.
Yeah,
it's live.
They kind of, that was the theme of the night. As you watch more of the thing, it seems like that was the theme.
Okay. Well, I got another half to watch today, so we'll see. We'll see.
I didn't watch it all, by the way, but they show so much on social media that to me, that's another thing. Like this is why we talked about it the other night here at Playing Poker. Like, people think that you get this certain money up front. Like Chappelle got this money and then Cat Williams got this money. That's not how Netflix operates. They don't pay nobody. It doesn't see what happens is it goes based on views. It goes based on views, subscribers, and minutes allotted on social media. They do an algorithm on social media. They get guaranteed money. So yeah, they got paid no matter. If they would have did that with us, I'd be getting paid to this day on Netflix. But guess what? They deemed me a documentary. So guess what? I didn't get shit. But they already know by subscriber bases and subscribers on how many people that are subscribed logged into that particular show for Chappelle or Cat Williams. Trust me on everybody out there. I know how this Netflix thing works, dog. Trust me on this one. I don't try to, you don't know what you're talking about. They get front money. No, they don't get front money. They get ad sponsor money up front. That people are going to be on Netflix as far as whoever is there on the show. Let's just say Manscaped is on the actual TV during they already front money that. But they do not get front money from Netflix saying, here you go. They go on subscriber-based views. How many views you get. This is a subscriber-based deal. Just understand, this is the reason why Netflix has changed so much. When I was on Netflix years ago, which is, by the way, my show is still on Netflix, the only one from that era. But Smitty, do you realize, like, back in the day, I give you my login. You log in, plus your homies log in, and your girl and your baby mama, and then the 2 babies and the 3, all logged in under my account.
Yeah.
That's one view. See what I'm saying? They had to stop that. They had to stop that shit. So now it's, you can't log in. You got to log in individually. You only get to share it one time. Then it's an extra money for that. And they didn't know that was going to cost them. So now 400 million views is really 200 million views if it's 2 people in the household that has the same account, blah, 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 blah. So it's because Amy Schumer got paid more than Monique because of her front ad sponsor money. Whatever corporate conglomerate or whoever got involved, that is how they get paid on Netflix. Netflix, dog, is the middleman. Netflix is the middleman. Netflix, now they have Netflix Productions, but before they had that, they still were, all they did was buy Smitty's idea. They took Smitty and JB's concept, and then they
brought a sponsor and brought it together, basically.
And then they air it. Netflix was the first one. That's why they killed Redbox, because Redbox was the first people that started to kill the game. This guy made $1 billion like this and got out. But Redbox basically folded. Blockbuster, Hollywood Video. Then Netflix came simultaneously, and Redbox and Netflix were competing for a while until it finally made that streaming shit just, you can't compete with hard disk. And when it came to the streaming thing, Redbox died out, but he made his money. Redbox had a great idea. He had video games in there, all the shit. He died out. Then Netflix took over, and that shit just became so big. But then it became a algorithm thing. How do you know what views you have? How many views you got? So it's all still to this day. They say I get an update from Netflix all the time still because my show's still on.
Right, which is crazy.
It's plus 400 million viewers, 400 sets of eyeball. Okay, how finite is that? Nobody knows because it is an algorithm between social media. But now that show last night on Netflix, Smitty, I would argue, was watched more on Twitter than on Netflix. I got more updates on Twitter. I got more updates on clips being clicked out on social media than watching it live on Netflix. Like all the shit, I didn't watch the show because I got all the updates I wanted for this show today. Like think about it. All the clips that we got today, I saw on Twitter. We all fucking shared it. And then, let's put this on the show tomorrow. Let's put this on the show. I didn't have to go watch the whole show. Like
I hear you.
It's crazy. That's just crazy. Yeah. Only the organic people. You and your wife want to chill and watch, and then let me shut the phone off, turn on Netflix.
Yeah, because it's still different.
How much is that? How many people are doing that though? I don't think so. Too many cats on the move now. They kept
saying millions are watching. That's what they were saying throughout the night, but they could just be saying it. I don't know. For me,
see, that's my point. It's a lie.
For me, seeing the social media clips made me want to go watch the full thing. That's how I operate. Like seeing the highlights, the teasers online was like, damn, that shit might be actually funny. Oh, they said that. Let me go see what else they said. So now when I want to watch the full thing, where I guess some people like y'all feel like y'all saw enough highlights, so to speak.
Or Sunday, cats on the move. I might want to go roll to the beach and back. I don't know. I'm just saying, I think people are on the move and the phones. They got their phones. Look at this clip. Maybe they'll go. I bet you. I would argue today, since it's out now on Netflix. I would argue today is going to be watched more on Netflix than it was live.
That's a good point. Yeah,
because everybody was watching shit on social media and moving around on Sunday and all that. But here's the thing: millions are watching is a bold-faced lie in everyone's face. And I'm not saying. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I don't doubt that there was millions watching. I doubt. The doubt I have is it's not a doubt, it's a fact. There is no way to know how many people are watching live on Netflix.
You're saying live, so just for clarity too, I didn't watch it live myself. Really? I watch it like probably an hour or so after it had ended. Like it was, you know what I mean? Because like you said, people were doing shit, they were walking around, ate dinner, whatever your case may be. So I didn't watch it literally live. but obviously once it goes live, it stays up. So I watch it like an hour after.
But that's what I'm saying. There's literally no way to know that there's one person or 5 million watching live on Netflix. It's not like ESPN, CBS. It's not a cable. It's a stream that's based on subscribers, dog. I don't think the common cat understands that there's no way to track live viewers on Netflix.
But but the live aspect of Netflix is somewhat like newer. They've tried it a couple of times in the past, but it's not something that they've been honed in on. But now they're trying to make it a big thing. I think they signed I think Netflix signed a deal with like the WWE or something like that going into next year to where they can start showing live events. Obviously, the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul thing is going to be live, so they're trying to like tap into that. I think that's like their next big, development. So I'm sure there has to be an internal way for them to measure success, because when they're talking to these ad sponsors and shit like that, there has to be some sort of like number. Obviously, subscribers, we get all that, but there still has to be some sort of proof. Like, damn, this show got around X amount of views or X amount. That there has to be some way to calculate that. I would assume so. It's still gonna be tied to subscribers because you got to subscribe to even watch it. So I get it, but I'm saying of those subscribers, there has to be a way to dictate and see. Okay, of those subscribers, how many of y'all turned this motherfucker on? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And listen, I've been in all these meetings with Netflix, and they tell me how these things work. They don't. Kung Fu Hillbilly, the Nielsen report doesn't even have anything to do with Netflix until way later, after they already have they somewhat of a gray area count on where they take their Twitter views, Instagram views, TikTok views. They compile all that with what actually happened on their subscriber side, and then they come up with their own Nielsen rating. It's an impossibility. There's nothing live. You can watch my show 8 hours straight. How the fuck are you going to know who's watching it? You can binge watch anything you want. It's an impossibility. I'm just telling you. But anyway, I don't really give a fuck no more. I'm just letting you guys know how it works. Let's dive into some sports real quick, Smitty, because we got a few segments that I want to dive into, and we're already thinking about the studio and stuff.
Can't wait, man. Can't wait.
So I want to start off just to get Smitty back on track here as a Smitty Says So, brought to you by winnable.com/slap-picks. Smitty said so.
Let's get it, man. Hey, it's been a long time coming, and but we are back, and I can't wait to get into it. So I got a little message for y'all today. Appreciate the little things in life, because in reality, the little things are actually the big things. Appreciate the fact that you woke up today. Appreciate the fact that you can talk, walk, breathe, hear, and feel. Appreciate the real ones that you got in your circle, and even appreciate the family you've been born into, and accept everything that comes with it, the good and the bad, because with it all, there's always a lesson to be learned. Appreciate the life that you have right now, even if you're not where you want to be just yet. Appreciate the fact that every day you wake up, you've been given another shot at being better, another shot at maximizing your God-given gifts and showcasing them to the world. There's a reason you woke up today, so no matter what you're going through, show appreciation. And listen, if you don't think what I said is true, it doesn't even matter. I don't care, because whatever I say is a fact, because Smitty said so. There it is, JB. There it is, y'all. Quick message for y'all today, man. Monday. Start off with some positivity, some inspiration.
TikTok, I'm about to smoke a stick, so come on over to YouTube Live. I got to get off here because they'll ban me. Peace.
Peace.
Can't even smoke a cigar in the lounge. They'll ban you on TikTok. It's just crazy.
TikTok, they don't like you, JB.
Huh?
I said TikTok just don't like you, JB. You can do anything now. They're going to ban you.
I mean, that's real. That's true. So, you know. Smitty, I got a JB's Hard Truths, though.
Ooh. Okay. Let me hear that. I ain't heard this in a long time.
JB's hard truths that I gotta let you know about real quick. You can stay on for this though. We can debate it. We have sports being shown on ESPN, Smitty, such as fucking pillow fighting over college spring football games. I'd rather show pillow fighting over a college spring football game over real sports such as and just listen to me, fishing, track and field. How about old school amateur boxing we used to have all the time, which could actually be something the fans actually could get into. This pillow fighting shit is being shown on ESPN, should be talked about. It is a microcosm of what our society has become. Soft, a joke, clout chasing, money grabs, no depth, no true skill set needed, just a mockery of what this network used to be. A truth-telling sports company that was great to watch with debate shows, people's opinions that mattered, such as Shaun Salisbury, the great Stuart Scott, Dan Patrick, Merrill Hodge. Now we have a bald broad, Mina Kimes, and Skeletor, who simply can't stop saying dumb, illogical, and irresponsible shit about not only current players, but former players as well. ESPN has gone off the deep end and not sure it will ever return with the likes of Disney funding them. That's my hard truth. Because here's the thing, Smitty, real quick with this. I got very good friends there at ESPN that are anchors and that are big name guys on there. Some people know who they are. Some people don't, and I won't say it on the show. Some people buy my puppies from me, multiple ones. Good friends of mine that are actually anchors there. And they're on my side, just contrary to belief. They don't like it either. And they understand what's happening. And it's unbelievable. I don't know, Smitty, if you can just keep lying or not even lying. Let's just say you don't know what you're discussing and you keep spewing it out there. And then we still think that that's the greatest information that we could possibly get. And it's not. It's like it's unbelievable to me. I don't know where we have gone, but we had guys that actually told you had opinionated takes, professional ones like Merrill Hodge and Shaun Salisbury, who were fired because they had their own opinions. Even our own guy, Steve Kim, was fired from ESPN for having his own opinion. So, I just think it's a bad space. I think maybe after the Cat Williams and last night's roast and other things, maybe we should get back to telling the truth. Maybe it's coming. I don't know, but I sure miss it. But it's very crazy. Smitty, before we talk some sports real quick, I got a couple questions. I put out a few polls. I got some questions. I did it with Jeff the other day. I got a couple questions for you, and we'll go throughout the show, and I'm going to ask you a few real quick.
Okay.
But I got to start off right out the gate. Don't let the smooth taste fool you, quote, describe Big Smitty's. Does it describe you the best? Don't let the smooth taste fool you. Because you always got to smile, Smitty. And a lot of these fans out there don't like you. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. Best describe Big Smitty. Because when you slap a motherfucker, if they test you the wrong way, that's why I'm asking you that question.
100%. I just think that, again, people come onto this show and they're just being real. Like, they love you. They love the persona that was placed on Netflix. So they love a part of you. Let me say that, because they don't even know you, but they love a part of who you are. And they come to the show and all they want to hear is you cussing people out, calling shit soft, weak, whatever. And they want any co-host, any guest that comes on here to agree with you 1,000%. Or fight, of course. Yep, fight. Anything that can be considered, quote unquote, just masculine, quote unquote, whatever. So anything opposite of that in any topic is going to be considered soft, weak, feminine. We don't like it. Bada boom, bada bang. Now, listen, I am an optimist. That's how I've programmed my mind. That's how I've been my entire life. When you grow up a certain way, you have to be quote unquote unrealistic in your situation in order to make it out and become successful. That's what I've always done. That's how I've gotten as far as I have gotten because of that mindset and not allowing my environment to dictate my success. So because of that mindset, yeah, I come on here and I'm positive and I smile and all that because that's how I move. But don't take that for 1 second. Don't not take that and get that twisted and think that Smitty's soft, that Smitty won't lay hands on you if I got to, that Smitty not going to say something back. None of that. So you know what? I will say that does describe me very well. Obviously, there's a lot of shit that you can use it to describe Big Smitty, but for the purposes of this show, I say that does describe me well.
Good. I don't know if people understand. We don't. The show is good, in my opinion. I think it's the best that I watch. I go through the day and watch all these different shows, and I'm like, there's no show better than ours. Real guests that aren't censored, not scripted. Not one of our guests gets scripted. So if Tank comes on here, Tank and I argue, it's real. Matt and I argue, it's real. Steve Kim comes on here. There's no script by any one of our guests. We don't issue a script. We're not a production-based system like that yet.
Right.
So I'm just telling you, we don't got that yet. So, and we wouldn't do it anyway. The segments may be production might be better later.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But it ain't no goddamn, there's no script to this. So doing it for 3 hours, the yin and the yang is what we need. Smitty's yin, I'm yang, he's yin, whatever it is. It makes for good content, and I don't care what you think. Smitty, one more question from the audience.
Let's do it.
I got so many here. I'm reading them. What is the one word that your wife uses that best describes Big Smitty?
Ooh, one word. Can it be 2 words?
Yeah, terms, whatever.
Best describe Big Smitty. She calls me Honey Bear.
I'm not feeling it.
You ain't feeling that one?
Nah, because that don't help the audience. Honey Bear, that's a personal thing. That's like a personal thing. Nobody needs to know about Honey Bear. Like I was hoping to hear fucking my backbone, my safe haven, my safety blanket. Fucking.
That ain't even how my wife talked, though. I ain't gonna hold you like that. It's a shame you haven't met her yet, which is fucking crazy. We need to set that up soon. But like once you meet her, you'll understand. It's kind of funny, personality wise, and some of your thoughts. She's actually more like you will fuck with her. Is what I'm saying. Like y'all, some of y'all shit is similar in terms of like how y'all think about certain shit. Like she real. She don't fuck with people for real. Like is he real? Like super small circle. Like you know what I'm saying. So. But I don't know, that's a good question. I'm trying to think. I mean,
I got many more for you later on, so don't trip. We'll dive into it. But let's dive into the sports show. We got about 20 minutes for a commercial. Matt comes on. Of course, we got Colorado always in the news, so that's every day. But we got a lot going on, especially the T-Wolves down the Nuggets. Let's talk about that.
No, that's what I want to talk about.
Right after the break. T-Wolves and your boy, who now people are making videos with half Michael Jordan face, half Edwards face. They think it's his son, but they did that with Jimmy Butler fucking 2 years ago. It's fucking unbelievable. Stop with the bullshit. Listen, this guy's 22 years old, I think.
22 years old. He's only the second, I think, 22-year-old to score 40-plus point games in back-to-back playoff games since Kobe Bean Bryant.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not gonna talk shit to Matt because his team beat our team. I'm not that guy. A lot of guys out there. There's a lot of people out there that do that shit. I hate to do that because you humbled us. Not us. I hate this Laker roster. I never thought they had a chance to win nothing, but I thought they were that close to still beating this Denver team, which told me that this young, athletically, defensive-minded team in the T-Wolves are someone that could go to the finals. And I'm not wavering. I think that's who this team is. As long as their stars stay healthy, They got the 2 big men rotation that 2 years ago when they made the move for Gobert from Utah.
Yep.
And they broke that whole thing up. It seems like Utah got the short end of the stick right now, and Cleveland probably benefited, and so has the T-Wolves and Gobert, and obviously our main man over there in Cleveland who dropped another 40-piece last night. I think he
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell. I think he tied Allen Iverson in a 2-game or in a game 6 and game 7 scoring. He scored 80 points, 85, I think, or 90.
Over 2 games, right?
Over game 6 and game 7. I think he scored 90 points, which tied Allen Iverson.
Bad boy right there, Donovan Mitchell.
But speaking of this Nuggets series, when you can rotate 2 bigs on 1 big in Joker, like, I don't know if you have to play either. What's my man's name that used to play with the Lakers?
DeAndre Jordan.
If you got to play Jordan more with him on the court to combat that big size,
yeah.
I don't know if Denver. Listen, I think the coach will figure it out. He won it last year. He's a pretty damn good coach. I understand. I think Murray's hobbled. I think even with Towns not being fully healthy, in my opinion, the 2 big rotation, and then you got Naz Reid, who's really a 3rd big. Like,
it's a big team right there.
and let's see if they can win. Let's see if big men come back. Let's see if big men can take back over this 3-point shooting league. I would like to see what happens. Even though these are Towns still hits a 3, he still stays on the perimeter. Gobert is down low. Gobert is the one that's down low. But the amount of rebounds that these cats are getting off each other because you only have 1 Joker. And I don't know if Jamal Murray's healthy, dog. I don't know if Jamal Murray's fully healthy. Because he had in the Laker game on 2 buzzer beaters to beat the Lakers as a injured. He has kind of had an injury.
Yeah, I think is it an ankle? Like something on his leg. I can't remember what it is.
I think.
Yeah.
And you get 5 days off, and then now you got to play this young, long, athletic team. I don't know, dog. It seems like a daunting task right here for this team. And I think Bruce Brown being gone, which I've said before, is a huge deal with a team with depth because this team has depth. The Lakers did not. And I don't know what other team has depth. The Thunder does, but again, the Thunder aren't long like this. T-Wolves are a problem, bro. I'm just gonna tell you.
Basically, in a nutshell, that's what you're saying. And I agree, they are a serious problem. I mean, one thing that I noticed is that, to your point, Jamal Murray or Michael Porter, somebody has to step up and be a consistent number 2 for this series. Joker, like you say, he can't do it by himself. He still had like 33 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. I think he was leading the team in like all those categories. It's like, nah, that can't happen in this series because the Timberwolves, they are too deep. Anthony Edwards can match or surpass Jokic when it comes to points. So they basically cancel each other out. So now it comes down to like, will your number 2 outplay our number 2? Will your number 3 outplay our number 3? And so on and so forth. And we saw in that first game, it didn't go down that way. So obviously it's 1 game, but still it's kind of the Nuggets were at home, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because they got the better. So to lose the first game at the crib, Timberwolves are already playing with house money because the goal in the playoffs is to split. It's to get that, at least get one of the first 2. They got that. Now they go home after this next game, and they'll have opportunity to, go up 3-1. Let's say if the Nuggets do win this next game, you know what I'm saying? So like, they are a real deal, and the Nuggets will have to figure out some sort of, change up in order for them to truly be able to win this series. Like you said, Cat and Rudy in there, that size, Naz Reid, even Anthony Edwards is a big, big 2 guard. That's just a big team right there. So it's a tough matchup all across the board.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how this thing unfolds.
It's crazy how young, like just looking at all the teams who are in the second round right now, it's a new league now. Like it's young. Youth has taken over. I saw some stat. It was like it's only like 4 starters left in the playoffs that are over the age of 30 or something like that. It was wild to even hear it.
I don't know, man. This team, for me, it's going to be interesting to see if they can bounce back because all of a sudden they look young. I mean, them young guys make Denver look old. Denver looked old the other night. This team's super young. Even off the bench, they get longer off the bench. They're younger off the bench. They made Denver look old last night. I'm just telling you. Or Saturday. So tonight, the East starts, Smitty.
Yes, sir.
And I don't know what you thought about Cleveland. You know, they have to play the Celtics in a tough one. But tonight's Eastern Conference game is the Pacers-Knicks.
I'm super excited for this series, man. It's going to be a gritty, grimy series. You know what I'm saying? It's physical. It's kind of reminds me, takes you back to that, you know, those Reggie Miller, Spike Lee moments is what I'm hoping. You know what I'm saying? Indiana, the crowd's going to be rocking. They've been rocking all year long. Obviously, New York, we know they crowd going to be rocking when they're in New York. They've been doing that all series long. So I'm looking for one of those just physical, gritty series. Whoever wins, wins. But both these teams, one thing that they share is that they're going to play hard from beginning to end. There's no egos on either team. You know, you got Tyrese Halliburton, as the star for the Pacers. He doesn't care if he drops 10 points or 30 points as long as they win. That's all he cares about. Then you got Jalen Brunson on the other end, kind of wired the same way. He drop 40 on you or he'll drop 20 on you. As long as his team wins, that's all he cares about. And both well coached. I think it's gonna be the best series of the second round, top to bottom. I truly believe that.
Yeah. Here's the thing, Smitty. Like I don't know if people realize how hard it was for the teams that have three-peated, like the Bulls, the Lakers, these teams that had three-peat programs and organizations over the year. Because now, if you notice those teams, the stars stayed there, the core stayed, but they got young perimeter savvy around the edge. Every single year it changed somewhat in getting younger because they play so many games.
Yeah.
So Denver, for the last, let's be honest, 3 seasons have played more games than anyone. And does that take a toll on a young team who's now just finally getting past the first round into T-Wolves, who this ain't nothing but a pickup game to them. This is the young cats out there running and gunning around. Denver looks old because they played a lot of games on their knees, a lot of travel, a lot of playoff series, a lot of issues. I don't know if they're made up like some of those teams. Plus, in this new free agency world that they're in the NBA, I don't know if this team can sustain or withstand these teams' young athleticism. And the T-Wolves just seems like they're running around, jumping around them, jumping over them. It just seems like it's a mismatch of all mismatches, even though Denver is the higher seed. Like they played more games. They played more games, dog. It's a lot of games. You see it happen in the Lakers over the years. You've seen these other teams. So
that's a good point, you know. But you mentioned some of those older teams, the Lakers, the Bulls, the last teams to do it. And those teams got older too as far as their main core, but they still found a way to still deliver. So that's why I was telling Matt, because Matt a couple weeks ago was already talking about he was mentioning three-peat, you know, and I'm like, bro, like y'all gotta win this second one first before you start talking about a third one. I get he's excited, he's from Colorado and all that, but like, bro, to win back-to-back is hard as hell to do. To win 3 in a row is rare, to say the least. Very rare.
What did the Nuggets do to improve their athleticism in this offseason? Because you lost Bruce Brown, who's a 6-man scorer off the bench, who's a perimeter defender. Porter now and
Porter's better this year than last year, just naturally.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Porter has to play way more minutes now. So does Aaron Gordon than they had to last year. And remember, last year, Porter was just trying to fill himself out. Now Porter's become like
the guy,
1A or 1B scorer.
Yep.
So you do, in essence, have a big 3 there. But,
yeah,
I mean, right now, at least, I think they're playing like a big 3. But I don't know. We're going to see. It's going to be interesting.
Hey, man, I know it's one game, but hey, if I'm a Denver fan, I'm nervous. Because one last thing, I'm just throw this out here. Just a question. Are we sure that right now that the Joker is the best player in this series? I'm just throwing that question out there. I don't know. I ain't saying nothing right now. I'm just saying there's people out there, who are saying that right now, currently, right now in this exact moment, that the Timberwolves might have the best player left in these playoffs in Anthony Edwards. Then you throw in the size of the team. Then you throw in the depth. Some people are saying the Timberwolves just might be better. I don't know. I'm just saying what the streets told me, JB. Just throwing it out there for you.
It's a little premature only because this kid's 22. This is his real. This kid could be his coming out party.
Yeah.
So let's see if this is his coming out party. But
I remember Kobe at 22. We saw him. We was like, yeah, this motherfucker's the real deal.
But remember, they're down 1-0. If Denver wins tonight, it's 1-1. Edwards
swept the Suns though. Swept the Suns too. I ain't forget about that.
I've been talking about that Suns team is horrible. Listen, I think this is let's see it play out. He's 22. I'm not gonna jump him over to Joker. Joker's proven. So Joker's done this already. You know what I mean? So let's see. Athletic guy on the rise. Yeah, no doubt.
Listen, I'm with you. I'm just saying the streets they're having a conversation, JB. That's all I'm saying. The streets come to me. I'm Netflix. I'm the middleman. Streets come to me. I write down what they say. Okay, streets. Okay, streets. Oh, okay, streets. I come to this show and I deliver the message from the streets. That's all I'm doing right now, JB. So we're gonna see it play out. Can
I say something?
Please say it.
I watched something very intriguing yesterday for the first time because I have a buddy that has daughters that were playing, and he said, "Hey man, we're getting some love. We're on ESPN." I go, "Really?" So I turn it on. It's USC versus UCLA. 2-on-2 Sand Beach Volleyball National Championship.
Okay.
Now, I had no idea about this. I know I've had buddies' daughters that have played and have been great and all this. It's a huge thing out here in California, this travel league. It's kind of like the basketball 7-on-7. The volleyball thing's huge out here. Like the best volleyball players are here, obviously. And this tells you why. I don't know if you knew this. SC just won their 4th natty in a row.
Damn.
Number 1. UCLA won 2 prior to that. So these two teams have the last 6 natties, and they played each other for the Pac-12 title. They're very close games. SC edged them out. Again, there's a brother as the head coach for the USC women. Because I'm watching it, and it's mostly all white girls, white people shit, volleyball. But I saw a few sisters, and my buddy has daughters. I'll be honest, it was in Alabama on the shore. Beautiful place, by the way, if you've never been. Used to recruit it. Be honest. I was in tune and I watched it, really watched it for a while until I knew UCLA was about to be over. I'm trying to figure out how I watched that yesterday, and I got more out of that and as an entertainment than any women's basketball.
This whole time, I'm thinking he about to just show love to a woman's sport and show love to his friends' kids and just show love. He said all that for 2.5 minutes, maybe even 3.
I'm just telling you.
To circle back to why he believes women's basketball isn't entertaining. I cannot believe it. And you're going to say that after the preseason games have already started, and we already saw Caitlin Clark drop 16 in the first half of her first game ever.
Hey.
She's already translating to the WNBA. You going to say that to me?
Preseason, Smitty. Preseason. By the way.
Yeah, for her blood.
She was 4 for 23 from 3. Stop. Come on. Let's just be real.
In the first half.
Yeah, and guess what her percentage was? Good luck.
Well, you said it's the preseason, right? So
yeah. Hey, let's do Matt real quick before we take a break. We'll do.
I want to do Matt.
Well, we got Matt coming in. Matt coming on. Whatever you want to call it. We don't do pause shit here. Matt, what up?
Hey, man, you looking good, boy. You lost some weight?
Yeah, I'm on a mission to get under 300 pounds.
This
Dog.
motherfucker looks slim. As soon as you jumped on, I saw it. You ain't even Big Matt no more. You medium Matt.
I'm 310 pounds still, dog. I'm still big.
That ain't. I'm from the trenches. That's a normal day to me. 310 is a normal day to me. You medium Matt.
Hey, I'm back
good,
on,
brother.
Cool.
Hey, Matt, I'm on the 3-day water fast starting again today.
Oh,
So
my
every
God.
week, Matt. Every week, Matt, I start Monday. I go Monday through Thursday. No food, nothing but water.
Why?
I just it cleanses me, guts me down. Then on Thursday, Friday, I get back to just eating my chicken and my salad, and then I don't eat nothing past 5 o'clock. That's how I lost 30 pounds last summer. I'm gonna do it again. Trim me down about 30. I want to see this face slim down, the gut, weight. And I do my jump rope, push-ups every morning, Matt, while I'm waiting on Smitty to jump in last fucking minute. Yeah, whatever works, right?
Fuck, I'm gonna starve myself for a month. Whatever works.
Still smoke those, Matt. Still smoke my cigars.
Still drink liquor, which has a ton of sugar.
No, I don't
drink
drink I don't drink during fasting. Not till the weekend. But then I catch up on the weekends. Don't get it.
Well, yeah. I mean, fuck. You got to catch up. You know what I'm saying?
But it's a water fast. It's a great thing.
Well, there's water and alcohol, so.
JB, are you? So Matt said he's 310 right now. Where you at?
280.
So you say your goal is to get to 250 by end of summer.
I've already lost 10 pounds though.
So you're like 270 right now.
No, I was 290 2 weeks ago.
Shit. So you're trying to get to like 260 then.
What are you, Smitty? Like 260?
Yeah, like 65, 60.
Yeah, I'm used to that too. Light ass D lineman.
Yeah, I'm light now. Yeah.
I think Smitty's
light D lineman to talk shit.
I think he's 240, to be honest.
Quick, I wish I was though. I wish I was.
Yeah, linebacker that got moved to defensive line because you couldn't cover.
I was a beast, 285, solid, strong, all fucking muscle, quick, explosive, low to the ground. You had to hunch over to block me, and I would come in your chest, pause, and explode down to the one-arm stab. I get you leaning. I change the weight, push. I ain't gonna talk about it. You know what I do.
We took a week off today.
That boy Bailey's a bad motherfucker. You know how to get me going in the morning. Look at that face.
You didn't get low enough though.
Look at my shoulders, man. Look at my.
I don't understand. I don't get the hype here. This would not have counted, Matt. This would not have fucking counted in my weight room. It would not have counted in my weight room. It would not have counted.
I need to say it again.
That's why you're not a strength coach.
It would not have counted in my weight.
Watch this shit right here. Watch this shit right here, Matt. Watch this shit right here. Real men shit. I'm a fucking beast. I'm about to cry right now. I'm so fucking passionate. Look at my chest and my fucking arms and my fucking stomach and my fucking Hulk smash. Hulk, play that shit.
That's
Woo!
He's so. What? Are you okay today?
Was that a fucking flashback, man?
Yeah, he was in all that shit for me to go in there as the coach and be like, "Don't count, redo it."
Seeing that shit makes my dick hard. Ugh. Golly, woo.
He jerks off to himself.
Yeah, every night.
Oh, what happened? All I did was take a week off.
Well, I was in Florida for 2 days, so I'm fucking excited. I'm back. Bailey, shout out to Bailey. You a hell of Bailey. He the best producer on fucking live shows on Earth. We didn't plan that shit, Matt. Someone threw his brain to do that.
I understand.
You understand it for real.
How many spotters do you need for it to be considered a fucking rep? He had 3 goddamn spotters. He had 2 on each side. He had 1 behind him.
With heavyweight, you have to have guys on the side and in the back.
Of course.
That's
but how many?
Don't say of course. Then why you ask the question then?
I want to know how many
quarterback,
how many
soft ass quarterback.
How many spotters helped you?
You ain't never touched that fucking way. You ain't never seen that shit. You quarterback. You red jersey wearing motherfucker. You squat 225 every day and bitch 155. That's your fucking Mac. That's your PR. Shoulder work.
They don't want to destroy range of motion.
You got me fucked up. Exactly. Have you seen Patrick Mahomes' body? Have you seen Tom Brady's body? Have you seen Patrick Mahomes' body? What are you talking about? Hey, let's dive into some basketball, Matt, real quick. Not even your team. I got to ask you, I got to get your what is the word I want to use? Let me hold on. your
unbiased opinion?
Yeah, let's go with that. Unbiased opinion on my Lakers.
Oh.
I want to dive into this real quick.
I don't know if I can be.
Have you seen this? Have you seen this?
Yes.
Okay. Have you seen this?
Listen, I got it. Hey, give me the board. Give me the board. I got it.
You wonder why this guy's had 9 head coaches since he's been there playing. I gotta be honest, man. This guy goes through more coaches than fucking Smitty goes through draws. What is going on with? And then they're gonna say he's gonna be able to hire the new staff. Like, when is a player empowerment been ever higher? I get who he is and all that shit, but he's at the end of the day, I've never seen this guy be a coach. And if he wants to coach, then retire. I want to know who can actually take this dude in and coach him. Because the last time I recollect, the last team that won that with him as their coach was a guy who didn't allow that in Tyronn Lue. So I'm wondering why they think that these players, coaching types, can really get through to this guy and actually win a title with an elderly LeBron James. This isn't 29-year-old LeBron. It's 39-year-old LeBron. And I think you have to have an older guy who has the experience. This guy they just fired was a first-year head coach. First time ever.
It's on the Lakers, guys. It's not on LeBron. I mean, LeBron.
I agree.
He gets stuck with the coach that they pick. Now, I will say this: the Lakers need to do a way fucking better job of picking a veteran coach.
But you don't think that LeBron has a say on the coach? Come on.
I mean, he probably does, but he shouldn't. I mean,
that's
he shouldn't.
My point. That's my point.
But at the same time, he does. And you know what? I probably shouldn't say shouldn't. He deserves to have a say on who the coach is going to be.
A say, I agree.
Mike had a say on Phil Jackson, and Kobe had a say on coaches he wanted. Phil Jackson. Maybe they just need to go get the fucking Zen master and just complete the fucking triangle, bitch. But I think that it's gonna take a lot to get LeBron reined in, and honestly, they might just want to let him coach the team. I mean, what the fuck? What are we talking about? He knows as much as whoever they're going to bring in.
I mean, this is the part that bothers me. These guys out here really think. I think JJ Redick will be a great coach. High IQ. Really? Tell me what he's coached. Show me that JJ Redick's coached anybody. JJ Redick just said the Michael Jordan era was shitty, you fucking idiot. So that's who we're going to hire in LA? Another first-year booty guy that's fucking some woke-ass fucking Stephen A. Jackson dick swinger? Fuck no. Let me ask you. Fuck JJ Redick. Fuck everybody that stands for him. I'm so fucking tired of this JJ Redick cat. This JJ Redick cat. This fucking JJ Redick, man. This fucking JJ Redick cat is so fucking soft. I'm tired of hearing this fucking guy's face and seeing his face and hearing his name. I'm tired of JJ Redick. Hey, fuck JJ Redick. Hey, fuck all these young coaches. Go get an OG. Bring an OG in. Bring an OG in. Fuck this guy.
So,
what did he do to you?
You would assume then with that, fucking narrative of fuck JJ Redick, that you would probably say fuck Chauncey Billups too, right?
Yeah, he was horrible.
He
was horrible. Look at him. Look what his record just was.
Yeah, but listen to what. Let me finish the point here. Coming out of playing basketball and going straight into coaching basketball. Jason Kidd did that. I mean, there's a bunch of guys who've done that. A ton of ex-players that have done that.
No, he didn't.
You have to have the pieces in order for it to work too. You can't
I can't agree to that because I actually know the chronological order of Jason Kidd. He was an assistant coach. He learned.
Yeah, but he went. I didn't say he went into head coaching. I said he went into coaching.
But that's my point.
I said he went into. Well, I'm trying to fucking finish my point here. Shit. So there's a difference between going straight into being a head coach and going into the framework of assistant coaching and then getting a job as a head coach. Okay, so that's one of the problems. The other problem is JJ Redick and LeBron are homeboys, so you can't. I don't think you can hire someone's friend and be really successful. I just don't. I think that it feels. I feel that way about the coaching tree as well. the good old boy coaching tree. The coach got a job over here, and he brings in his fucking 12 best friends rather than 12 good coaches. And they may be great coaches, but they're all friends. So you can get away with more shit with your buddy because he's your fucking buddy. So this question it's different in every sport. You know, like a baseball player that played for 20 years can walk straight off the diamond and start managing and do a really, really good job. You know, fuck. Are you okay, Smitty?
Yeah. Keep going. My fault. Keep going.
Damn, dog. What's in the cup?
Hey, don't worry about what's in my cup. It's my cup.
Damn, dog. What's going on this morning on this fucking show? But I think that, you know, it shows the ability to go through hierarchy. But if you're going to be a good coach, you're going to be a fucking good coach. I mean, I don't know if you necessarily need to sit behind a coach that you're better than just to show.
How do we know JJ Redick's better than anybody?
What was that?
JJ Redick's never fucking coached.
Huh?
JJ Redick's never coached. How do we going to say he's better than somebody?
What?
You can't say he's better than anybody. I'm saying, like, you got to give him a chance to coach before you can determine if he sucks, though.
He needs to go be an assistant.
But if he doesn't have to play the assistant game, why would he? If the one of three of us was like, hey, we want to give you the head coaching job, and we were like, but I want to be an assistant first, they'd look at us and be like, what are you, fucking stupid? We just switched. We skipped that part. What's wrong with skipping that part if they allow you to?
Listen, I'm not saying we would turn it down, and I'm not saying he should turn it down if offered. What I'm saying is this is another mistake in this fucking in this organization by hiring a wet behind the ears guy like Steve Nash.
It's that LeBron's fault.
It's not LeBron's fault, but it is LeBron's fault if they're giving him full autonomy to hire the coach. Because if he's going to say, hey, LeBron, who do you want to hire? And he's like, I want my podcast partner, JJ Redick. That's who I want to hire. Really, a guy that's never coached. How did the Steve Nash experiment work out with 3 superstars in Brooklyn? How did all these guys that never coached work out? It doesn't. It hasn't. How about Chauncey Billups? What's fucking horrible with the superstar Dame Lillard? They were fucking garbage.
Dame was hurt the whole season.
Yeah, he didn't even play for him.
He had a stomach situation, and now he has a super young team.
If he doesn't play, then you can't really say that he was there.
Right.
Yeah. Listen, these rookie coaches, dog, in my opinion, is the biggest slap in the face for these guys that I've seen. Like, how about Nate McMillan, who was fucking outed in fucking Atlanta because the superstar and him didn't get along. And now this guy's not even a coach. What?
Let me ask this. Why is a recycled coach that's failed 8 times at different places better than a new coach?
Nate McMillan has been taking teams to the finals. He's taking teams to the
but he ain't never won. He ain't never. Listen, guy,
it's like Doc Rivers, who you talk about.
You're the fucking king. You're the king of like championships are the only thing that matters. And now Nate McMillan hasn't won one. So look, I'm just saying, if you've been 15 different places and you haven't won, or you've only won once, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I think that's more of a knock than anything else.
The Lakers have always taken chances in their organization since the beginning of time with the Dr. Buzz. They've always taken chances.
Can we go back to the context at hand here, though? What we're discussing is this Laker team with LeBron James. This isn't a Portland team that's never really won since fucking Luke Walton or Bill Walton. We're talking about the Lakers organization chasing 18, okay? Banner number 18. This isn't the fucking Seattle Supersonics. This is the fucking Lakers that has LeBron James. Who can coach LeBron James on this Lakers team is the question at hand. It's not about anything else. Let's make sure we're cool here and we're on the right topic.
I don't care if we got Greg. I don't care if we got Popovich, Phil Jackson, Red Auerbach.
I don't think it matters.
Larry Brown. This team ain't good enough to win. Point blank, period. I don't care who the head coach is. This team ain't good enough to win.
LeBron can rub rocks together. It ain't gonna matter. They could go get Trae Young, and they're still not going to be good enough.
And that's my point.
He's too old.
That's my point. That's why I think this whole thing needs to be broken up. In my opinion, this thing needs to be split up. The Lakers organization right now, if they really do draft his son, is a fucking mockery. It's a joke, and they're going to lose so much fucking fan base here in LA. This shit, nobody wants to see you draft his son.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about the fan base part, but
I think the fan base will be fine. I think people will go.
They're going to go on over to Clippers fans.
Well, they may want the Clippers to win, but the Lakers are a social status, dog. The Lakers aren't just a basketball team. The Lakers are, look at me in the front row at Staples Center. Look how special I am. Half those fucking people don't even know who's playing.
And there's gonna be a ton of fans who like myself. I may not agree with the move to actually draft him, but I do want to see LeBron and his son play together at least a game, just off the strength of that. That's some cool shit. This on some human shit. Like, I mean, Matt, you're a father, obviously. Like, imagine if there's some way you could have, the age worked out where you and your son played a fucking game together. Like, think about that. Like, that would be some crazy shit. You and your son on the fucking line together. Like, I don't know. That shit would be dope to me. Like, maybe you don't like. I'm just saying, like, from a fan standpoint, that's cool to
Old
just see.
as fuck over here. Yeah, I don't.
Football, bro.
I know it's
feel
different.
I feel like catering towards one guy on a team is usually a bad thing, but
for sure.
It's LeBron James, so it's not like he's not going to get catered to him. What the fuck are we talking about?
Like, LeBron don't listen to any coach anyway. You just saw it. We've seen many videos of it. He doesn't even pay attention. He's not even in the huddle.
Well,
like,
would you listen to Darvin Ham? Darvin Ham doesn't. He doesn't like.
But he was huge on hiring him, though. He was huge on hiring the dude. He wanted him. He advocated for him.
And that's exactly why. So he could walk all over his ass. So he didn't have to listen.
That's my point. Like, it's just a bad look, in my opinion, especially for the Lakers. I don't know.
Shout out to Darvin Ham. He didn't do a bad job to me, honestly.
No, I like Darvin Ham. I actually like Darvin Ham. I like Darvin Ham. I like Darvin Ham. Frank Vogel, guess what? He took an Indiana Pacers team to the Eastern Conference or to the finals, I believe.
Eastern Conference because they can't run to the Heat. Yeah,
won in the bubble. We could say what we want about the bubble. He won a title there, and now we're wanting these superstars get to control the narrative. Oh, get rid of him. Well, how about the team in Phoenix is horrific? How about that? How about the team in Phoenix is a horrible team put together? That wasn't all Frank Vogel's fault. This team right now, it's not all Darvin Ham's fault. Like, we just passed by the coach, the player, and the players. And like Charles Barkley said, when are you going to say, hey, dog, it was you, Kawhi Leonard, who didn't fucking show up is why you got beat by the Mavs again. It was you, fucking Kevin Durant, and a bad makeup on a roster that had no bench or depth, Phoenix. It wasn't Frank Vogel. I just don't know when we're going to start holding these players that make all this money a little bit more accountable. That's all I'm saying.
Never.
Matt, let's dive into. I agree. Let's dive into your team, your Denver Nuggets team. The game 2 tonight. Listen, they're to me. We started to show off. They're coming into a team that's super young, athletic, and a juggernaut in playing defense. That's just what they want to do. They're young. Does Denver's point of I made a while ago with Bruce Brown, a couple other depth issues? I thought they looked old the other night. Coming off a very hard fought, even though they beat them 4-1, Lakers series. Now you got to go against this young, long, athletic team when you can rotate Gobert and Towns on Joker. I think that the Nuggets got to play either DeAndre Jordan a little more to help out with the length, or especially Murray hobble. I think Murray's not 100%, and then he played and had to win those 2 tough games against the Lakers on the buzzer beaters. I don't know if they've expended a lot of energy because they have played more playoff games than any other team in the league over the last 3 years. Is this a worry for you?
Yeah, Minnesota worries the shit out of me. I mean, yeah, they've got length. They got dudes they can rotate. Naz Reid wasn't there last year when they played. He's the reason they won in game 1. I mean, Anthony Edwards is going to give you what he gives you. He had 40 again. That guy's an animal. He's the catalyst. But watching him play, I find myself like getting lost in just watching him play. Like, I don't even give a shit what team he's on. I'm just sitting there like, oh, goddamn, fuck. Like that kind of shit. I just love watching good basketball players. So, yeah, you're goddamn right. I'm worried. I think the Nuggets will take game 2. I'm going to the game tonight. So I think that they'll take game 2 and they'll go back to Minnesota even. This one's going 7. This shit's going 7, period. So Michael Malone and the Nuggets are going to figure this out. I can't give you a winner right now, bro. Like, Minnesota is fucking nice. And I think that whoever wins this series is going to win the title.
Damn, some bold statements by Big Matt. You were real confident last week against the Lakers, which I understood. Your tone has shifted a little bit, which again I understand. Different
Minnesota and
team.
LA are not the same.
I hear what you're saying. I just didn't know a few weeks ago we were talking back to backs and three peats, and now
I still think they're going to go back to back. I do. They have home court, although Minnesota took it from them in game 1, and now they have to respond like champions. Look, if they go down 0-2 going to Minnesota, I mean, fuck, man, the series is wrapped. It's fucking wrapped.
There's nothing I can do. Like,
so, you know, tonight's a make or break game, and usually in make or break games under Michael Malone, I've seen all of them in the last 5-7 years. You know, they play pretty well. They usually play pretty well. So, yeah, Murray's hobbled, but he's also not playing very well. It seems like the Nuggets are bored in what they do. Like, they've been doing what they do for so fucking long, and they were so good at it that they're just like, hey, we're just going to run this play and it's going to work like it always did. And they forgot that other teams watch tape. And Minnesota had a week off, and they were just all over Jokic with Gobert's big French soft ass and Case and Cat and, you know, and Naz Reid, and they were just beating him up. And he still had 32, but it was a quiet 32.
Yeah.
And, you know, Murray and Porter, one of those two have to figure out if they're going to be the number 2. Like, who's going to be number 2 here? Who's going to fucking be the other guy that gets 30 and takes over when we need to? Murray's good in clutch time, but if you notice, they were awful at the beginning of the game and awful at the end of the game. And then they put a run on in the middle, and they were up at halftime after being down like 18-4 in the first quarter. So the Nuggets have a lot to overcome here, but they've got championship DNA. Minnesota's still searching for it. You know, it's hard to get a title in this league. So, you know, I'm glad they got one last year, but it's all about now. So it's, you know, can you go repeat? Can you put yourself in that echelon of player? And you're going to get best shots. You know, last year in the opening series, they played Minnesota and they beat them 4-1. But it was very similar to the Lakers series we just played. Like, a couple buzzer beaters, 1-point wins, you know, like, it's just some really competitive, you know, high-intensity basketball games. So Naz Reid is really he was the catalyst in the first game. They're going to have to find a way to deal with that guy. I agree. DeAndre Jordan needs to be on the floor more. I thought Aaron Gordon really got in Cat's head early in the game the other day, and they kind of backed off. I don't know why. I mean, he was like bodying him up and just stole the ball from his ass one play. And if you can do that once, you can do it every time. So there's a lot to yearn for here as a Nugget fan, but you know, that's why they play 7-game series. You know, I didn't think they would sweep Minnesota by any means. So on to the next one.
These fucking dick riders in the chat. Hey, Dickface G Wizzle. By the way, I talked shit about them before they acquired PJ fucking Washington and Gafford. You fucking idiot. Because they were horrible if you look at them. Now look at the Mavs now with PJ Washington and Gafford. They're a much better team. You fucking idiot. Yeah, they have been playing defense. Because guess why? They have PJ Washington and Gafford. Probably the 2 best acquisitions in the free agents world this NBA season. Let's just be honest. They made 2 great moves in Dallas. That right there make it Dallas to the next level. I don't understand. They are playing defense now. That's my point.
And Lucas, again, he's not a great defender, but he's showing more effort in the playoffs defensively. You know what I'm saying? During that Clippers run. So
yeah,
shout out to G Wizzle. G Wizzle's one of my biggest fans, so you better not block him, JB.
Yeah. Here's the thing, Matt. I don't know if you watched last night's Tom Brady roast or not. It kind of
I didn't actually. I forgot it was on.
Yeah, it took over the internet, especially a day after Cat Williams' stand-up was they said bombed. It wasn't that great. We watched it live while we were playing poker. I don't know, Matt. I think you'd be happy about it because I sure am. It seems like comedy is back. They allowed everything to be said. I mean, they're calling out Kardashian and fucking Kanye West to you name it. Belichick was there with Tom Kraft. It was a great fucking thing. Man. It was a great thing. I thought it was great for comedy. Gronk, Clown Bill. I mean, it was unbelievable. And then Tom Brady got a little pissed, kind of like a Chris Rock segment where Will Smith slapped him. I don't know if you got to see this.
I'm the best decision your organization has ever made. Would you like a massage?
Watch this, man. Watch this, man.
I love Robert Kraft. I love that shit again. Okay. He's having
He said, "Don't say that shit again." He thought he was whispering, but we could hear it clearly. It was live, so we could hear it clearly. Said,
I think he was all right with it.
It's all jokes. It's all jokes.
I think this is
he's
the
getting
point.
roasted, bro.
They were coming at his neck, and he was cool with everything, but that was the only joke. Because I watched it's like a 3-hour thing, man. So I've only watched like the first hour and a half, like the first half of it. That was the only joke, and they were saying everything. That's the only joke that he actually got like a little whatever.
Yeah, I think it was in the beginning though. Listen to this.
Kevin was going in.
Giselle is actually here supporting you tonight, but just in full transparency, she came as Antonio Brown's +1. How does that? What?
Damn.
What? What did I say? What did I say?
Hey, it's so many Giselle jokes. Oh my God. I'm watching, I'm like covering my face because I'm like, Tom Brady he has some courage to just sit there and take.
Here's the one.
Why would he do that to himself? I mean, there's got to be some shit that's off limits. Why would you do this to yourself?
Man,
here's the one I
losing
like.
his family and everything, man.
Show the Gronk one, Bailey. The Gronk one took it.
any action. No hand job, nothing. Fucking. Yeah. Did you give him a hand job, coach? Why'd you blow a whistle? I said you didn't give him. All right, take this joke out. Scroll back up. I'm saying this joke. Bill, you never gave Tom action. Well, let me tell you, did he fuck you in the end as hard as he could? Rear-ended you from Tampa Bay. That's a 1,300-mile-long cock Tom has. And let me tell you, Julian sucked that cock all the way from Florida, through the Carolinas, all the way up to Massachusetts, spitting on it, lubing it up, to even get further penetration up your ass, coach. Holy fuck, I wrote that joke, by the way. No wonder why you didn't want me to say that. You can read like me, coach. Congratulations. But coach, you used to talk about Foxborough High School when we sucked. But now I know why you were so obsessed with Foxborough High School. You were scouting your new girlfriend. That's fucked up. You're 73 years old. You should be trying to bang someone your own age, like Nikki.
Hey, I thought it was back to old school fucking comedy. I thought it was back to old school comedy.
I gotta watch this shit. That was funny as hell.
Hey, I thought it was old school comedy. And then we have ESPN's Matt, which I started the show off with a rant. We start off, and this is what's being shown on ESPN now, if you haven't noticed.
What the fuck is this?
It's pillow
Pillow
fighting. This is pillow fighting, Matt, on ESPN.
Like competitive pillow fighting?
It's on ESPN, Matt.
Shut the fuck up.
This was on ESPN. You see it on the top left right there. ESPN. This was on ESPN yesterday, live.
Programming is hurting.
Yeah, but we can't get our show on ESPN.
You don't watch your show on ESPN. They fucked this show up so bad.
I know. I don't want that. But was that the Ocho?
The ESPN The Ocho? I'm a two-hand pillow fighter. I don't know about these guys, but I come like with the barrage, double fucking pillows. And my my pillows are like they're firm, so they don't hurt when I hit a motherfucker.
Smitty will be back as Mike went out. I want to show you something real quick. Micah Parsons and CJ Stroud went overseas to help out some I guess some Asian kids learning how to play football. So he went up against a sumo guy, Micah Parsons did, and you know, I think he got CJ Stroud and him are over there doing some PR, and I think he's telling Micah. So Micah wanted some get back, and he got him back. He wanted it back. He got a little aggravated and got back in it, and this is a different game right here, Matt. These sumo guys are kind of got leverage though. Got him out. Got him. What do you think about Micah right there?
I mean, you know, good. Go enjoy your offseason. You know, him and CJ Stroud seem to be best buddies. I wouldn't be surprised if Micah signs with Houston. Everybody's best friends. There's sumo wrestlers, if they want to come try and guard defensive linemen and stop pass rush and stuff like that, we could talk, but it's a lot different than him just running into you. They read keys in the NFL. So I'm glad that they're having fun, but that's just two big kids wrestling. That's all it is. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Before you get out of here, there's a clip of one fucking clip. I don't even really care about it, but I want to show it because this is again, maybe the Buffalo Bills don't look as bad as we first thought by seeing Xavier Worthy.
Why show this? It's its first clip ever in the NFL.
I know. I said the same thing.
Come on.
Then why people
Hold on.
The media member that put that video up, they should take his credential. Bro, you shouldn't be allowed to go there. All you're doing is roasting the first round pick to get clicks on your own fucking site.
And
the
that's
kid
why
is a bowler. He'll be fine. He's got to figure out how things run, who's throwing him the ball. It's probably the first time he ever ran the drill. I watched Derrick Henry when he was a rookie not be able to run over bags. And then this motherfucker ran through the NFL for 10 years. So whoever the media member is that did that, you're a fucking coward. You're a total piece of shit. They should take your media credential from you. All you're trying to do is put the first rounder on blast. You fucking pussy.
I remember Jamar Chase, his rookie year, there was rumors that he was dropping every single thing.
Yeah,
and look at him now. One of the best in the NFL.
There's a learning curve.
Here's why I want to show it. The reason I want to show it is I want to go back to Buffalo. And that's why we bashed Buffalo in the draft for losing another guy. They said, hey, we also lost Mahomes in the draft a few years ago. Buffalo is getting owned by Kansas City. And then Shaun King came on here last week and said that he watched every single Xavier Worthy clip in college, and he actually didn't like the pick either. He doesn't think it helps Mahomes, especially with what's his name being out 6 to 8 weeks. Tyree or Rice. So he thinks that the kid can't get off press. He said he struggles with press. He struggles with.
He doesn't have to get off press. He's not the X. He's the motion fucking receiver that they're gonna run in fucking reverse motion. They're gonna Kadarius Toney him. He's going to be the swift guy that runs all the fucking stuff. He's never going to press. He's never going to go against press coverage one fucking time. He's always going to be free, running down the middle of the field with his goddamn hand up because everybody else is focused on Kelsey and everyone else. If you don't think that this kid is going to catch 10 touchdowns by his second season, you're fucking crazy. He runs 4.2.
Yeah,
Andy Reid as the offensive line.
Man, the last guy that ran that fast when Andy Reid was the coach was Tyreek Hill. It's going to work out, trust me.
God, gee whizzle, you're not very smart. What does Rice have to do with Worthy's performance? You're reaching. Dumb fuck. They're not going to have Rice, you idiot.
It has a ton to do with it.
What do you mean? This guy has to play because Rice isn't playing. And they didn't re-up Tony's 25. So this isn't, again, to Shaun King's.
They do got Hollywood Brown over there.
Yeah, I get another guy that's hurt all the time. Let me just break this down. In my opinion, you have to move. You got to move Kelsey around, Matt. Kelsey is your X. Kelsey's your X on that team. They have no real X. So he has to be the big guy. And I just wondering how, again, Mahomes has to be out of this world to get the ball to these guys unless they go get a true number one outside guy. They don't have it.
Man, I don't think.
So okay. No, I'm not even arguing. I'm just saying. So you think that this team, by Andy Reid's how he makes this up is good enough to win based on you don't even really. You're saying you don't need
they're gonna three-peat, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
We didn't think they were good enough last year, Jay. Let's keep it real.
And they just fucked everybody up.
The year
They
before that, when Tyreek left, we didn't think they were having enough. They wanted, so it's like, damn.
Everybody forgets their defense is like top 3 right now. They went out and gave Mahomes a defense on top of being Patrick Mahomes, so it's like cheating. So yeah, they went on the road in the playoffs last year and just ran through everybody's ass, and then won the Super Bowl again. Yeah, until somebody beats them, I'm going to think that they're going to be able to figure this out with the same exact fucking dudes. And if anything, they got better. They didn't get worse. I know Rice is a good player, but he's replaceable. His dumbass is replaceable. Trust. Facts.
And like you said, he's not going the entire season, right?
No, we don't know. We don't know.
All right, so he's going to be there when it matters.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, he'll be there. He'll be there Thanksgiving, Christmas, and playoff.
With Hollywood Brown.
I guarantee you, he fucking gets his suspension looked at and gets it reduced too.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm curious. I'm looking at this roster right now, and I'm like,
nobody in the AFC is going to beat them. I mean,
JB, let me ask you this, JB. Did you think they had enough last year? I'm sorry, man. Did you think they had enough last year? Like from a receiver and weapon standpoint, like going into it? Like, be real.
No. That's why I'm telling Matt. That's what I'm saying. So you think they can win with Kelsey and moving Pacheco and McKinnon and moving guys. They lost Snell too, by the way. They've lost some wideouts. I don't know if they actually did get better at wideout. Hollywood Brown.
They don't have to be better at wideout. They just have to have wideouts. I'm sorry, bro, but like they don't have to be good. They just have to be there. They weren't even good last year, and they won the fucking Super Bowl. So they tried to go out and improve. And they got rid of the shitty guys that they won the Super Bowl with. That sounds pretty good to me. If I can get rid of shitty players that I just won a Super Bowl with, I think that we might be having success at the franchise. Just a touch.
Yeah.
Denver and Pittsburgh kick off the season next year. I heard that. So, like, the opening game of the year is Denver and Pittsburgh in Denver.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson walking in, trying to start. That's going to be fun. Yeah, I bet you he comes in here and just slices them up. Watch.
Hey, before you leave, there's rumors out there. There's a rumor out there that Justin Fields can return kicks this year. Is that crazy to think, or can you really see that?
No, if I'm Justin Fields and they tell me to go return a kick, I'm telling them to cut me.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I'm not doing that shit. Eat shit. Cut me.
Apparently he wants to.
No, he doesn't.
Nah, ain't no way.
He may say he wants to do it, but he don't want to do that.
I need to hear him say. I need to hear him stand behind the podium
on the show.
Yep, I need to hear him get behind the podium, come on the show, and be like, "Hey, I want to return kicks."
Well, here's why.
I'll believe it.
But remember, Cordell Stewart did it. Just FYI.
Yeah, but he also did it as a rookie drafted by the Steelers with Neil O'Donnell there after the Super Bowl and like.
Yeah, but remember the rule change, man.
He just came in.
Remember the new rule, kickoff return rule. Just think about the rules change now. It's a fucking basic running start versus a fucking wall of shit.
I get it.
That's a good point because I did forget about that. That's a good point.
But he's not. Justin Fields is good in the open field, but is he good returning kicks? Those are two different things.
And they do have Corday Patterson. They do have Corday Patterson as well.
Why get him as your backup quarterback and then put him in a position where he could easily get hurt? When that's one of the biggest concerns anyway about his style, it just doesn't make sense fully. And you have an old quarterback who get hurt.
I'm not advocating for it. All I'm saying is this game is changing from when Matt and I played. This is not the same game, and it's a different deal. We're adding a new kickoff return, and now we have a guy that they got for fucking a Chico stick and string cheese. It's not like they're paying big money. They're not even paying for him in Pittsburgh. So why not use the motherfuckers all out? Like, that's my point. They're not even paying for him. It's not like he's the backup they gave $20 million to.
Because they've got Cordell Patterson, who's one of the best return guys in history. That's why. So that's why they're smart as fuck. I thought Pittsburgh would be okay last year and make the playoffs, and they did. Even with terrible quarterback play. I'm saying it right now. I think Pittsburgh next year is going to be really fucking good. And I hate to say it because Russell Wilson's going to be the quarterback and shit. And I could see him coming into Denver opening night and fucking making the Bronco faithful look real shitty. And it makes Bronco faithful real happy that he's coming back the first game. But everybody knows in the back of their mind that if that happens, well, football karma is a real thing. And anybody that's played football knows that. You get me, I'm going to see you again. I know I'm going to see you again. It's happening. Well, Denver wants to get rid of Russ, and Russ is a douchebag and all that, which he is. I mean, the guy's a total fucking douche. But he is Russell Wilson, and he does have weight behind his name, and he goes to Pittsburgh, and he could be the perfect fit there. And if he wins there, they'll re-sign him, and he'll resurrect his career in Pittsburgh where he couldn't do it in Denver, and it'll be Denver's fault instead of Russ's. But it was pretty much Russ's fault. So maybe he learned enough to be the guy moving forward in Pittsburgh that's actually a good fit. The Steelers are going to be fucking good, man. Their defense is real as shit, and they have been playing without an offense for 2 years and still making the playoffs. Now, all I hear is, man, good defenses, if they could just get supported. Well, I'm watching a great defense in Pittsburgh that wins without a fucking offense. So what happens if they ever get supported? Mike Tomlin will have another playoff team that makes deep runs. That's what they do.
Yeah. Real quick, last week you weren't on. Colorado made a lot of noise. I think one of the starters in the portal. Yeah.
One of the starters? Like you mean 30 of them?
Well, I guess the guy that really played a lot.
Team in the transfer portal again.
Oh, really? They got some guys though.
Yeah, sure.
You got a Michigan State O-line transfer, and you got I believe a Louisville kid.
Oh, Ethan Boyd. So my homeboy F.A., who's been on this shows like a couple of times, he coached him in high school. He's a Lansing kid. That's interesting. I might try to get some insight on that. That's interesting. I didn't know that was the guy who
what's your take last week, Matt? Missing the show, we didn't get your take. What's your take on everything that transpired there? I don't know what else. I forgot something else happened in the news.
Shador called somebody out.
Oh yeah, Mike out. Max comes on our show. Yeah.
Okay, the transfer portal. I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, neither.
I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care who leaves. I don't care who comes in. I don't give a fuck who's on the team. I don't give a shit. Like now, I don't care.
Let me pause you. How hard is it to keep up with the fucking?
I'm over it, dog. I got this week. The guy's on this team. Next week he's on the other team. I don't even know who's.
I don't know none of the rosters in college football right now.
You want me to get all excited about these guys they're bringing in? I have no idea who the fuck they are. I'm sorry. I'm not. My fingers aren't covered in Cheeto residue, and this is not Mountain Dew Code Red. You fucking geeks. So all you urban nerds out there, I don't know these fucking kids, nor do I give a shit. But you know what? The recruiting people in Boulder think they're pretty good, so fuck it. That's my when you ask me about the transfer portal, I'm going to do this. Fuck it. I don't fucking know. Fuck it. Just because every one of these dickless wonders in the comments that have a problem, they expect us to know how. You don't even know who these kids are. How should we know? I don't have a fucking clue who these guys are, man. So, look, I think that the transfer portal, I'm over it. I don't give a shit. This is the way college football is now. I hope you can find some guys you can win with. Good luck. The Shador Sanders thing and Coach Sanders and the whole Twitter feed beef.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Coach Sanders actually acknowledging people with 300 followers and shit. Okay. Two different ways to think about this. Number one, there's the vindictive asshole inside of me that wants to do the same thing to every one of these losers that comment. I want to do the same. You're a piece of shit.
I do it.
I know you do it. I know. I get it. But that's your MO. I try hard not to do it, although sometimes I lose my mind. Who are you? When did you ever play? And I don't even think I was shit. I was a very average player. I got hurt a lot. It was not fun. I don't really
still
don't think very highly of myself, but that's fine. You guys can think whatever you want. When you look at Coach Prime, I can't believe that he actually gave anybody else his power for that day, because it turned into something that it wasn't supposed to be. And if I'm Shador, you know what? I don't have a problem with him saying what he said because it's just like what we said. Yeah, fuck it. I don't know who's on the team. You think Shedeur knows everybody on the team? They're rotating the roster 60 guys every 3 months. Of course he doesn't have a fucking clue who the guy is. He plays backup DB unless he's getting routed by Travis Hunter or Horn or one of these other kids in practice. And Shedeur's sitting in the film room going, who did we just route? He doesn't have a fucking clue who the kid is. They're not hanging out and shit. And look, my coach, the great Chris Wilson, who was a great player at Oklahoma and, coached forever and was my position coach for 5 years in college and is like a father to me. And he's now the Birmingham Stallions defensive coordinator in the UFL. And actually, that's pretty good football, too. I watched that game yesterday. It's pretty good. Like, they're playing pretty hard, bro. It looks like it might work out. But he used to tell me all the time, ballers don't hang out with scrubs. I don't have a fucking clue who the backup fucking center is.
You know why billionaires don't hang out with hundredaires.
Exactly, bro. Like ballers don't hang out with scrubs. So I'm sorry that this kid's feelings got hurt, but when I read that and I read he could have done it with a little bit more compassion. Bro, you can take your compassion and stick it up your fucking ass. This is a man's game. This is a grown fucking man's business where the alpha rules, period. There is no, you need to take into account my feelings. You need to take into account my emotions. And you need to be more compassionate when you cut me. Shut up, bitch. Kick fucking rocks. If you want respect, earn it in this game. You cannot buy it. You cannot obtain it. You can't get anybody to give it to you. You have to earn it. You have to earn it. And the fact that he actually had the audacity to say, you could have kept me with a little bit more compassion. Shut up, pussy, and kick fucking rocks. This is why CU's 4-8. It ain't because of Shedeur and Travis and Joe Horn and Coach Prime. It's because of the other softies on the fucking roster that need to get beat compassionately and need to be let go with compassion. Shut the fuck up.
Let me ask you then. Here, and this is
the pride and tradition of the Colorado Buffaloes will never be entrusted to the timid or the fucking weak and compassionate. Shut the fuck up.
Let me ask you.
Go Buffs.
This is not just for Dion either, because he's not the only one doing it. Everyone's doing it. But let me ask you. I showed you a text, Matt, and we're not sharing who it's from and all that, but. This is not just a Colorado issue, but here's the issue I have before you get off here. Like, if we're going to say that you're weak and you're soft, which we know the kids are, I'm the fucking biggest advocate.
Not all of them.
Well, not all of them.
That's soft.
Yeah, not all of them. So, but if we're going to say that out of this side of our mouth as the head coach, and then on this side, we're asking them to leave our program after they've done everything right. To me, it seems like we have an issue. That's my point.
Who said they did everything right? Because they went to every meeting and because they went to every practice and because they didn't get arrested, they did everything right. So and I'm not saying you would say this. I bet you wouldn't. But the standard is the standard, period. And if you can't meet that standard, you're not doing everything right. So actually the coaches see everything that they're not living up to that we don't see. So if they want to replace one of the kids, they have way more information than I do. They coach them every day. I don't fucking coach them. So I at some point, I've got to actually think that the coaches around the country know what they're evaluating.
But here's what I'm saying. We're doing it everywhere. So everyone's taking each other's same kid. So the same kid we just talked about, we're taking them on this side of the world, though. Like, to me, it doesn't make sense. That's all we're doing.
But the
can't
same
play
way,
here, take them.
Yeah, but think about, we just talked about Russell Wilson, right? The same way he didn't fit in Denver, he might fit in Pittsburgh. So you've got to kick the tires again. You can't just say that because this kid didn't fit this scheme, he didn't fit this. When I was a junior at CU and I played 3 technique under who the fuck Coach God, what was his name? I can't even remember the fucking defensive coordinator's name. Vince O'Crew. All right. And he was telling me, and think about this, Smitty. This is insanity. You're at 3 technique. You can never take the inside move. You always have the B gap. And I'm sitting there like that. I can't take the inside, like the whole entire
No
season. No matter what, I can't take the A gap. So the whole entire season, I was like freaked out that I couldn't take the A gap. So I only had like 3 sacks, and I had a really shitty year, and we didn't make a bowl game. And I was like, I was questioning myself, like, oh my God, what are we going to do here? This might not work. Well, the next year they hired Mike Hankwitz, and Mike Hankwitz is an all-time great defense coordinator that was at the A&M Wrecking Crew and all these other great schools. He was at CU, and then he went somewhere else, came back to CU, and Coach Barnett hired him my senior year. And the first thing Coach Hank did was walk up and go, "You're the 3 technique. You have free reign. I don't care what you do. We will make up for your mistake. If you see something, go make a play." My senior year, I had 60 tackles, 13 TFLs, and 9 sacks. So the scheme and the coach that you have and what they tell you and allow you and develop you to do, it fucking matters big time. Because if I were my junior year, put those numbers up and that kind of tape moving into my senior year, I'm definitely not undrafted. That's for damn sure.
Here's my point, though, and this is a nationwide thing, not just Colorado. Colorado just gives us content to bring up all the time. Here's the issue I have, though, with what we're doing. We're telling you we're trying to build a program on this side of the fence, and then on this side, we're getting rid of either just character, GPA. Back in our days, Matt, we'd be like, hey, you can't play dead in the Western, but guess what? You help
you got the GPA up.
Yeah, you help our team roster GPA, right? So nowadays, that's gone.
Some of my best friends are GPA guys.
That's gone now. Here's my whole issue with it, because at the end of the day, we've turned this into professional football, but yet we still use the term student athlete at the NCAA level. We need to abolish that shit, because it's a slap in the face to these kids who we're in the business for. The last time I checked, Matt, the blood life of college football rosters are the fucking players. It ain't nothing else. It's the players. The players are the blood life. That blood life comes from either high school, junior college, or now transfer portal, which has 4,200 kids in it as of this morning. So if I want to go into those 3 areas and recruit and build a program, I can't say you're doing everything right, which we're seeing for the players that aren't very good on the field, let's be honest, and then say, I need you to go May 5th, which is springtime's over, and now I can't get on a new roster. I think there's a fundamental issue going on in the nation, and it's not Colorado. It's not anybody. It's a bylaw. It's a rule that we're saying in one end, we need the kids to do the XYZ. And then on this side, we're fucking the kids by saying, hey, you can't play here in May. Good luck going to another fucking school when you know you can't. So, like, I see a huge issue as far as how we're treating these babies, and they're just a piece of meat, which we've always been a piece of meat. We've always been a piece of meat. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but I wasn't no baby in college. And
you got me wrong. I don't mean it that way. I mean, as a coach and an older coach and a guy that's been coaching for their whole lives, we still call kids babies to this fucking day. There are babies. There are babies.
30-year-old men that are our babies. I get that. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
That's all I'm saying.
Thank you for clarifying.
This is about our babies. This is about the babies in this business. Like, I got coaches that still call me baby. Hey, boy, you was like, I get. So that's what Matt understands what I'm saying now. What I mean is, I think we're fucking just throwing them to the wolves around the world, a country. And I think that we're speaking out of 2 sides out of our mouth right now, and it's a bad deal.
Well, check this out. So we all said this, and Schmitty, you can chime in here too, because I would definitely want to get your opinion on this, and then I'll get off. And everybody that's in the chat, man, you guys are killing it this morning. You guys got 600 fucking people in the chat right now going. Make sure you come over to 0 to 60 at 10 a.m. and we'll be talking about a bunch of the Colorado stuff. It'll just be me on there. You can ask any questions you want. We'll be back on this week.
Man, we got 1,000 in here right now.
Yeah, you guys got a bunch of people watching. It's all because of me too. It's I just looked so good.
Wait.
I'm telling you, I'm getting fucking skinny and sexy over here. And right when I do it, I'll probably
we got 2,000 almost on Twitter. So good.
Shit, man. Things are looking fucking up. At 60 Academy on all the platforms, at 60 Equipment. Go check it all out. I'm saying this.
That's Georgia, by the way, while you talk. Go ahead.
I'm saying this. Like I saw something the other day of the top. What was it? Top 10 kids from the 2020 or 2021 recruiting cycle, and I didn't know one of them. That's 4 years ago now. They should be going into their junior, senior year and be ballers that we're talking about, right? Not one of the fucking kids I could identify, and half of them don't play anymore. So I'm sorry, but the way they're ranked, the way that the kids are evaluated, the unbelievable way that they're offered. Again, it's the mass offering. It's not, well, I've really evaluated this kid a lot and I love him. It's, oh, fuck, Tennessee offered him. Well, we're as good as Tennessee, or we want to be as good as Tennessee. So now we're going to offer him. And that's not the way it's supposed to work. You're supposed to find guys that fit you. And, you know, I think that there's a huge problem with evaluation in college football. But look, the people that understand this first, and I hate to say this, but the University of Nebraska seems to be at the forefront of this, in my opinion, just because of the way that they talk and the way that they recruit. Back in the building again this week, the team that goes after the high school guys first and starts paying them the fucking respect that they deserve and stops going after the transfer portal guys all the time and acting like they're some prize. Getting one or two guys in the portal is okay. That's the same as JUCO or transferring. Getting 50 players in the portal, I don't know if it's going to work. We'll see, because it's so fresh. But I know that if you go stack your team with 25 fresh-faced rookies every year that all want to be there, that are all really, really happy for the opportunity, you're going to get some really, really hungry, humble, and fucking very, 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 how do I say this, loyal football players to you. You know, I asked Coach Satterfield from Nebraska, their online coach, was in the gym on Tuesday, and I asked him, like, you guys have had like one person lead the program. He goes, yeah, it's a family. Like, everybody there is like-minded. They're all competing with each other. They're not going to look outside of the room for competition when we're doing it inside the room. And I'm like, holy shit, that's pretty fucking deep. So I really, truly believe this. Nebraska just happens to be the example I brought up, but the team that starts, you know, I truly believe that if Colorado would just build a fence around their state and recruit their kids, they would dominate. I mean, fuck, man, there's NFL guys all over the place just from my gym, and none of them went to Boulder. So they're all from fucking Parker. So I don't know the answer to all these questions, but I'll tell you this, we're going to keep talking about that shit. Everybody come over and watch my show at 10. If you got all these people in here for your ugly ass, goddamn, come watch a good-looking guy.
Well, Smitty's back. I missed a few days last week. I was in Florida, so I think everyone was excited to hear what I had to say, see my face. I ain't even got my fresh haircut yet, but they don't care. They love Smitty for Smitty. So make sure y'all go support Big Matt, man, like you said, man. Come on,
Matt.
Appreciate y'all. I'll be back tomorrow.
All right, peace.
Have a good day.
You too, my guy.
We got to take a break for about 4 minutes. We'll be back with Tank Johnson, and we're going to do our top 5 most overrated current NBA players and underrated current NBA players. Smitty and I will have a battle on that. Plus, we're going to talk some more Tom Brady roast, and we got our main man, Jeff Nadu.
This is my first time seeing this. Hey, Jeff is a character, man. I swear to God, if I get like a movie, I'm gonna find a role for this motherfucker, man. He loves fucking black women and any minority that's not white. He loves them. He loves them, man. And hey, shout out to Jeff. He be in these streets, and he gonna at least shoot his shot. At least, bare minimum, he gonna shoot his shot. He might not always make it, but he gonna shoot that damn shot. And I gotta respect the man who gonna do that. So,
hey, Jeff said on the show last week in Replace of You, he didn't dance. I gotta ask Jeff about that later this week when he comes on the show. He's in the chat right now, but we'll have him on the show later this week. Tank Johnson next. We'll be back in 4 minutes.
What time did we start the show 4 years ago? What time are we doing it today? How long?
4 years ago?
Nah, I don't know.
It's pandemic.
COVID,
It's
homie.
pandemic. It was.
It was before COVID, homie. What do you mean? COVID had shit yet, homie.
Hey, look at that.
That's my boss thing.
Hey, look. And climbing.
That was a cat picture. That was a cat picture. I gotta find it. What's going on? Y'all just made me a Big Smitty, man. We got JB in the building. My man Spree. Roaring behind the 1 and 2 with the camera. And welcome to the Coach JB Show, Big Smitty live in the fucking cigar lounge. What you doing, JB? What you got going on?
Drinks, cause I'm like a bitch in this motherfucker.
JB ain't got no AEs, y'all. He been talking about this all week. I got all the hoes and all the AEs. There ain't not an AE in here. Come on now.
It's been on swole. I can't wear this color shirt. You know what I'm saying? My man blows to be out there on
Big Smitty, Trail,
Shit.
JB.
I lived the wrong end, y'all. We turned up, y'all. It's all good. Players fuck up. I lit the wrong side. I cut the wrong side.
Ah, damn, this motherfucker's drunk already.
I just smoked other cigars. I've never done this before in my life. I'm
nervous.
I'm like, why this shit ain't here?
Nervous.
Wow.
No, take that off. Because you don't smoke it that way. Throw that out.
I can't wait till cigar. He didn't put my
Man, I gotta stop 3,000 cigars for this motherfucker. I'm the guy that has to do everything around this motherfucker. I'm carrying the whole fucking squad.
I got it right now. I like this side though, JB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50 can't hit the big boy. Everybody stop playing with me. I don't smoke like that though. Everybody know that.
Yeah, my mother smoking cigar.
I ain't married, homie. Hold up, let me get this. I am not married.
How you at?
You are.
How you gonna lead her on me?
Because I'm not married.
You fuck everything.
Yeah, you do.
Short S tier motherfucking D.
Short, fat, everything tall. Short, fat, skinny, and tall. I fuck them all. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Well, you did get hot before, JB, on accident.
That's
That happened.
what it is.
I was with you. Yeah. Can you reshare the story though? Everybody
Everything with him.
Reshare the story, please, about the
I mean, I was trying to take this motherfucker to his house, and for 3 hours, we could not make a right turn. So we kept making a left-hand turn on everything.
It probably went 3 hours, but it's at least like 30 minutes.
Right.
Let's go.
It
was
a long time.
Motherfucker, all we can do is laugh, homie.
Smitty, I'm gonna tell you right now, his front door was where that TV is.
Right.
And this is the street. And you're in the right side passenger. Yeah. I'm right here. I'm driving where he is.
One-way street.
You're street. Alright? He's me, you're him.
Yeah.
That's his
I
door.
knew you.
That's his door.
One-way street.
Right here.
It's a one-way street.
Right.
We driving right here.
Yeah.
We do not stop to get out and go in that door. He kept going and making a left and getting out on the main street and kept going all the way around the block.
Y'all saw the house.
Saw the house. His door's right there.
He couldn't see me stop after he motherfucker kept hitting.
Y'all never stopped the switch and you drive to the
He
hill.
couldn't drive, homie, so he looked at me, I looked at him, his motherfucking eyes, his blood top red, and his head started falling back on the seat. He couldn't even hold his motherfucking head up.
I wouldn't hire you to the motherfucker said.
Yeah.
He said,
no, first of all, we ate 2 gallons of Baskin Robbins, homie.
No.
Gallons.
At first, we had the chocolate chip cookies.
That's what
We dropped this girl off at work. She had a bag of chocolate chip cookies. We don't smoke.
Dropped off at work.
I'm like, yeah, you know I love chocolate chip cookies, all right? Man, give me that shit. That shit ain't gonna do nothing.
Pretty tell me that I only fucked the stripper, I think, at one point.
Yeah.
My baby mama.
JB fucked with a lot of bad bitches. I ain't gonna even front on that shit.
That was 30, 40 years ago.
He's still, yeah, well, yeah.
We are back in the building. We are back from the lounge.
Yes, we are. I'm ready to do these lists, JB. I'm ready to do these lists because I know your list going to be horrible. We're going to get to arguing again. I can't wait to see your list. That's all I'm going to say.
Let's bring in our main man, Tank Johnson, and we're going to ad-lib get his list with ours.
Big Tank, what's going on?
What's up, big dog?
What up? Hey, Tank, how's the backseat going?
Yeah, what?
How's that the back thing, the backseat or whatever is going?
Yes, the back is doing amazing. It is fixing backs one at a time. BAXSI discount code Tank, and I'm telling you whether it's an upper, lower, middle.
Hey, Tank, hold on, Tank. Your sound's fucked up. Is your do you have the YouTube on or something? It's like echoey or something.
Yeah, it's like everything's like doubling up. It's like, hey, Big Smitty, JB.
Yeah, it's like echo 2 times.
Let me see.
Call me Tank 2 times. That's a cold nickname. Tank 2 times.
Let me see, brother.
Let me see. It's almost like he remixing. Like it's kind of cold almost.
I mean, it's doing it.
Yeah. Maybe just shut it off and come back in.
Okay, let me do that.
All right. He'll be right back, y'all. He will be right back. So don't y'all go nowhere. We still here. JB, man, how you doing, man? Like, what's going on? It's Monday, new week.
I gotta go take. So I'm gonna go buy some furniture. We're gonna go modern in this studio. I gotta go buy that. I'm gonna buy it again. I'm gonna do it.
I ain't JB. I'm a real JB. This is real up on the earth.
I gotta go pick it up in the truck.
I ain't got it
all the way to LA, and then I gotta figure out a way to take it up there, park it in the red, take it upstairs real quick in the elevator. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I gotta figure it out. I'm gonna see if somebody can roll with me or not. I don't know if I can get somebody or not last minute, but I'm gonna start taking some shit over there before our mural guy. I'm trying to wait on our mural guy to come over and start looking at painting some stuff. So we're going to see how that goes. But I got to start taking little by little over there because, shit, I already paid for the place. We got to start up sooner than later.
How long you think the mural is going to take to get done, realistically?
I don't know. That depends how much we do.
Yeah.
What it sounding like?
Nah, it's fucked up.
Still doing this.
Hold on. Let me do
Do you have YouTube on, too?
No, I got.
Because I hear us coming through your mic.
What about now?
Nah, it's like an echo. It's saying it twice or something. It's like, is your mic plugged in or is it?
Let me check. It is, but let me just double look.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got an echoey deal. Feedback. It's getting feedback on the other side. Because if he has YouTube open, we're gonna hear it.
Well,
so I gotta do that, Smitty. I gotta do that. But doing that, just so we're clear, we got a GoFundMe. Shout out to everybody that's contributed to the GoFundMe. But I want to be clear, real quick. We're doing something to even ante up even better now. We're gonna give our highest contributors on GoFundMe a private come on out barbecue, poker game. We're gonna do that for our highest contributors. So our top 5 contributors on the GoFundMe on our path to 10 grand for our mics and our studio furniture is going to be getting something.
What you got now? Is it still echoing?
Perfect.
No, that's better.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm just going straight through the Mac. Let's do it.
All right, bet. Bet. So let's dive into. First of all, I don't know what we call this. Disturbing. I don't know. I want to get your guys' take on it. It's definitely probably white people shit. But Tom Brady has a video coming out, or it just came out. That's kind of. Let me get your take before I make past judgment. I want to know if you've seen this.
This is old.
I'm wondering if I could check my fantasy team.
What do I get?
You know, Jack, everything comes at a cost, bud.
That was like a peck.
Who's your fantasy quarterback, Jack?
Not
Cam
his
Newton.
dad.
Cam Newton.
Not his
Having a
dad.
good game.
Good pick.
Cam Newton's having a good game.
That's an old video.
I know
JB.
it's old. I know it's old, and I wanted to just get your take on what you think about this, because I get a lot of cats pass a lot of judgment on the current, I guess, landscape that we are in society. Listen, my dad, when I was young, I don't know if he ever kissed me on the lips. I don't know if he ever did. I don't necessarily have a problem with it if it's like a quick, when you're a baby. I don't know if you're a baby. He was older. And then he stuck there on that motherfucker for a minute. I just kind of get a weird cringe vibe on it. Listen, I'm not calling him something he's not. I'm just saying, I don't know about your take on that. I want to get your take on that as a dad. Should a dad be kissing his son that way, or his daughter? I think it's both weird, in my opinion. I just think it's weird. I don't know what it is. I think it's weird.
Well, I mean, I would just say that as a father, there's nothing better than little kid kisses. When they come up and grab your cheeks and they give you that kiss, that there's nothing better as a father. And as you get a little bit older, when there's social norms that have to come into play, I think it's important that the kid understands social norms, not just like how you guys do it in your house, but like how to handle life when you're outside of the house. And so, I probably would stop kissing my kids like dead smack on the lips, kind of like that, after they're probably, 4 or 5 or whatever, I'd probably go with the social norm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really have a take on it. It's just like I don't think he's doing it. It's his kid. Like whatever your household is, what your household is, that's what you do.
And I agree.
I don't watch that and think anything crazy of Tom Brady. Like I said, it's an older clip, but for me, I don't really have a take on it.
Yeah, I don't like if you do what you do. I don't care. Like and I don't care what people think either. Like if that's my son and that's my daughter, whatever. I just think now, like Tank said, now I guess you gotta, and you don't gotta, but I guess you gotta start being cognizant of, I guess, the fucking read the room. I guess I don't know. It just
JB,
crazy.
I will say this, like when NFL players in particular, or pro athletes, like I remember the year I retired, and I was like looking at my daughters, and I had realized like how much time had passed and how big they had gotten, and like I was kind of calculating how much I'd been there, you know what I'm saying? And so you end up doing these things that you try to like accelerate, or bridge the gap between like your relationship with them currently and like the one that you've always wanted. So I know that Tom, particularly having not been there every single day, trying to let his kids just do whatever feels comfortable to them and just roll with the punches. Like that's a big position that pro athletes end up in.
Yeah, it looks a little weird, I guess. I don't know. All right, Tank, we're gonna ad lib some things for you. You're just gonna have to feed off us because we have this little segment Smitty and I are gonna do, and I want to get your take on this. This is the currents, since we're in the middle of the NBA playoffs. What's going on with LeBron and the Lakers and everything there? We're gonna dive into, but I want to dive into something that currently, this is just current players, Tank. Our 5 most overrated current players and our 5 underrated current players. So let's go bottom of the barrel and top of the world. We'll start with bottom of the barrel. Smitty, you want to do yours first?
I mean, you want me to go first? I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I got a good list.
Go ahead. Let's do Smitty's first, Bailey. Let's do Smitty's first, and then Tank can feed off of that.
So we're doing bottom of the barrel first, right?
Bottom of the barrel, most overrated, current overrated player.
Pull it back up, Betty. Pull it back up, man. So this is my list right here, man. I'm gonna start at number 5. I got Karl Anthony Towns. Now, before everybody says, hold on, what? He's a good player, y'all. Relax. But there's people out there, fans, even been media members before in the past, that will look at Cat as like a number 1. And I think we're definitely seeing it now. If you didn't already know this, that you know now he's not a number 1. He's a good number 2 and a great number 3. He's skilled, can stretch the floor, can shoot. Good player. Again, it's not a diss towards him, but in terms of when he was drafted and just over the years and people thinking that he was a top big man in the league, no, he's a good player. He's skilled. You know, he can get you 16 to 20 points every now and then. He might surprise you with a 30-plus point game, but that's not what he does on a regular. Good player, but to me, he's overrated. Number 4, Jordan Poole. I mean, the guy got like 180 M's, I think, after this past year. Won the championship with Golden State, played a big role with that team. But again, he's another guy who's a decent number 2, number 3. But he's not a guy who you could put as your captain of a team and a captain of your franchise, as we saw with the Wizards, who were horrible this year, and he was horrible as well. So Jordan Poole got him at number 4. Number 3, as a Lakers fan, I don't understand what's the hype around Austin Reeves. I think what it is, man, just being real, we had the bar extremely low for him, like his rookie or second year, and he definitely surpassed that bar. So now, because of the shock value that he brought to us as fans, we're now confusing that with like all-star caliber type of player. And no, he's a good role player. That's it. But if we've learned anything from this season and this playoffs, he is not he's damn sure ain't a number 2. And we damn near can't even count him as a consistent number 3. We were worried about, like, is it D-Lo gonna be? Is he the number 3? Is it Rui Hachimura here number 3? So I don't know. Also, he's a good role player, but that's it. Number 2, Tobias Harris, man. I hate to do this, man, because he's a talented brother, but man, he got damn near a max contract as if he's a number 1 superstar player in the league. And then he's a no-show in the biggest game of the year. I think he had like 0 points, shot 2 times for the Sixers. And this is not just like a 1-year thing. Like, this is what Tobias does. He gets you thinking that he can be there when you need him the most. And he has certain games and flashes where he goes out there and balls out and hoops. But when you really, really need him, he's a no-show. To get almost pretty much a max contract when you're a number 3. Come on, man. That don't make sense. And then obviously, number 1, Ben Simmons. I thought he was a pretty good player, with Philly for a while. And then he just never – he, like, reached a peak very soon and never got better. And then, obviously, we know how it ended in Philly. And then since then, he's barely fucking played in the NBA. Like, he's making a whole bunch of money, and there's still hype around him, but he's barely played any game. So these are my top 5 most overrated current players right now.
Leave that list up, Bailey, for me. Leave that up. See, I'm going to turn Tank and Smitty on this show. One day, I'm going to get them to be like, damn, JB might be right on this shit. Smitty, you are the most contradicting speaking human on this show at times. You literally say, pay these guys that's who JB, pay them. If you're willing to be paid, that's it. If they're paying you, fuck it. You say it all the time. Get what you're willing to get paid. They're willing to pay Tobias Harris, Smitty. You say it every day. Now you can't call him overrated when the motherfucker don't show up.
Two things can be true.
No.
Two things can be true.
I tell you,
as a player, get your bag, but I want you to ball out too.
No, this is when I tell you, don't pay these motherfuckers before they show you something. Tobias Harris ain't showed nobody nothing. So why are we paying this motherfucker? You say it's, well, JB, they're willing to pay him. Well, guess what? He has yet to show up in any playoff game ever. And he's getting big bags of money. This is going against your take. You always say, hey, you're worth what they pay you. Well, guess what? He ain't worth shit. And they've been garbage for a long time.
This ain't a money conversation, JB. At the end of the day, Market is the market, number one. Number two, if I'm a player, I'm gonna take every fucking dime I can possibly get, because at the end of the day, these careers are short. So take every dime you get. But at the same time, when you get paid that money, we want some results. We want you to go out there and
say
ball.
that though. You can't say pay them and then say they're overrated. It doesn't make sense. I'm just saying what you say. It goes against what you say, in my opinion. Like, to me, I don't know. Here's my thing, and I want you to critique my list like I'm critiquing yours with Tank. I got to ask. I forgot about Ben Simmons. I'm going to keep it 100. I don't even have him on my list because he don't play at all. So I'm going to just keep him off the list. I also had the Ball brothers. They're not playing at all. So, like, to me, they're completely in a whole nother category of straight up, whatever you want to call them, bust, overpaid. I don't know. But I want to give, since Tank has to ad-lib this, I'm going to do mine real quick. My overrated, bottom of the barrel, top 5. I'm going to start with DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton has to be one of the biggest. He hasn't shown up, dog, for what we thought he was supposed to be. They traded him for a Chico stick and string cheese because they knew he wasn't that good and was very, very overhyped. Dylan Brooks, I mean, I don't know what this guy does besides just heckle you, and he doesn't really do shit. Jordan Poole, I agree with your take on that one. Again, though, to me, that proves why, in my opinion, Steph owns this era, not LeBron. And then number 2, I got Andrew Wiggins. To me, I don't know if he has mental health, his father, whatever happened, but since last year, he's taken a bad turn, basically being irrelevant on that team. And then number 1, the guy that does play, in my estimation, the Ben Simmons of the smaller guys, Pat Beverly is just, to me, a guy that just is, again, another fucking heckler who really does nothing. Like, he hasn't done anything. He's been on 6 teams in the last 20 months. 6 teams in 20 months, homie. And these cats are willing to part ways with him like they haven't missed him for shit. What has this guy done, and what has he actually won? He was a bust in Houston. He had a loaded roster there. He goes to the Clippers and the Lakers, does nothing. They get rid of him. He goes to Utah, nothing. Traded to fucking the Sixers, nothing. And now he's in Milwaukee. Like, he's supposed to be this He's supposed to be this number 1 ball stopper. And then he talked shit about KD that one game. KD dropped 50 on his motherfucking ass. And then he talked shit about CP2, and CP2 dropped 50 on him. This guy's an overrated hype. Critique my list, Smitty.
Yeah, I mean, my problem with your list is that, I mean, starting with like Patrick Beverly is, who's saying he's like a top guy? Who's saying he's a top dog? Same with Dylan Brooks. So for you to be overrated, you have to be rated. I don't think nobody's really saying this guy's like that.
Nah, they're overrated because of what you say. They got paid, homie. These cats got the bag. What do you mean?
What Pat
Beverly got paid. Pat Beverly just got paid.
That's got paid a couple times.
What do you mean?
Got paid.
Pat Beverly got paid 4 different contracts. What you mean?
I'm saying, yeah, he has a salary. Of course, every player getting. I'm saying,
is he getting
a bag? Is he getting
over 100 million? Tank, right? Exactly. That's
100 million.
Yeah. All right, Tank, critique that shit.
I mean, I think you got a good list, man. I think DeAndre Ayton was in Phoenix.
That's
It was a big disappointment. Went to Portland and continued his disappointing tour. Wiggins, I never really thought, I think I got an issue with Canadians, right? Like, I don't know if they got that dog in them, right? And Wiggins, he got that Canadian mentality. Like, he don't got that, like, that New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, that. So I think that's just been holding Buddy back. So I think you got a good list. Let me give y'all my list, though, real quick.
Hey, Tank, hold on before you go to yours. Let's keep it real. Let's just call Canadians Euros, because that's what they are. They're underneath the Euro, in my opinion. They come out with the Euro. The only dog I remember being Canadian is fucking Michael Finley. And I don't even know if Michael Finley, I don't even know if you can even call him a dog. He was just a freak of nature. He could jump out the gym. He could shoot the 3. And he was on a great team as like that role-playing guy to Dirk. I don't know if he's a dog, but he was.
Do y'all research, because Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's from Canada. He might be the most valuable player in the NBA.
But
Jamal Murray, Canada. You better stop playing.
Smitty, I don't think you listen to what people say sometimes.
For
you
real,
are
Smitty.
saying a player. We're not saying he's not talented. We're saying dog mentality.
Ain't none of these basketball players. He ain't no fucking foot. Ain't none of them dog. Ain't none of them
Come on, man.
hard. Ain't
What do
none of them
you
fighting for
mean?
real. Ain't
Come
none of
on,
these dudes
Smitty.
tough for real.
Come on,
They
Smitty.
basketball players.
Listen, we're
Smitty,
gonna let our guest talk because he's our guest. But I gotta be real. Come on, Pau Gasol got his ass ran through by KG until that motherfucker Kobe grabbed his ass and said, "Start being a motherfucking dog." These motherfucking Euros are soft, homie. Keep it real. They're soft and they don't have no dog mentality in the playoffs. Period. Point blank. Go ahead, Tank.
Yeah, these guys from Canada, they weigh too much like Drake. I definitely don't like that.
Yeah, I knew that's where it was coming to. But
that
go
vibe.
ahead.
Well, it's got nothing to do with it. I mean, I'm just saying, like, no, Canada, no aggression, can't deal. But here's my overrated. So number 5, I got Kevin Durant. Number 4, I got Bradley Beal. Number 3, I got Paul George. Number 2, I got Kawhi Leonard. And number 1, I got Jason Tatum.
Oh.
And so that's KD at 5, Bradley Beal at 4, Paul George at 3, Kawhi at 2, Jason Tatum at 1.
Hold on, this is overrated?
Overrated.
This is what I'm saying.
Hey, I'm not mad at it.
You got
okay?
Tatum at 1.
Hey, Tatum, I told you about Tatum and the Celtics. I've been telling y'all, man.
What's his running mate's name?
Jaylen Brown.
I would have put both of them up there if I could.
Me too.
Bro, every year I see that same little sad press conference. We got to be better. Okay, get better. I can't rock with him, brother.
I gotta jump in on that one real quick, because listen, I know I'm a Lakers fan. I'm not supposed to defend the Celtics, but I think the problem with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown is they've reached a super high level of success.
You can't keep
at
saying
a
that.
very. Let me finish. I didn't say it's with Tank. I said it to you. I said it with Tank. They reached a very high level of success at a quick in a short amount of time at a very young age. So we put an extremely high bar on them, expecting them to have 2 or 3 championships by age 22, which is just unrealistic. These motherfuckers have went to the Eastern Conference Finals like four of their first 5 years in the league and made to an NBA Finals already. And he's like 26 right now. MJ didn't win his first fucking championship until he's like 27. Same thing with LeBron. So these guys are already on a path that's way greater than some of the all-time greats. Now I'm with you. Now, at this age and through all this experience, they need to win. Tatum, the Celtics should win this year. That's who I think is going to win this year. That's my pick. I think they're going to win it all. If they don't, that's a red flag. But we're using their early success against them, which is kind of like, damn. I
don't see success, and I definitely you can't say.
How do you not see number 1 seed Eastern Conference Finals and NBA Finals as success?
Don't mention it. You sound like JJ Redick on this motherfucker. Don't compare that shit to the old fucking teams that had success at the same age. You're comparing Tatum to Michael fucking Jordan having to go through that East. Come on, homie. The Boston Celtics. Hold on, time out. Let me cook. The Celtics are in the worst division in the history of the East, homie. This is the worst Eastern Conference has been ever. And you're comparing them to the East of the Beast? What? Get the fuck out of here. Don't come on, JJ Redick. Stop that shit. You sound like JJ right now. The young, ignorant folks who just watch YouTube videos and don't really know the eras blows my fucking mind with the takes that some of y'all take, dog. You just miss me with this shit. The East is horrible. Horrible. Right. Ben Simmons was one of your best players. This motherfucker don't even play.
It to me, Smitty, it feels like they've tried to give the Celtics every combination of, players to get themselves over the hump, whether it was Porzingis, whether it was Kyrie,
Marcus Smart, got rid of him.
And so it's like, at what point is it going to be Tatum and his running mate? And so to me, I just don't see Tatum's game. If he hits the gas, what's his ceiling? Like, I think he might be there now.
So let me get this straight. So if the Celtics win the championship this year, everything y'all saying is irrelevant. You're gonna come back on here and be like, you know what, I fucked up, I was wrong. They proving wrong. Okay, cool.
100%.
All right, cool.
100%.
I'm not.
That's all I care about. JB, I know you're not. You never admit when you wrong. So I know you're not. But long Saint doing, I'm cool.
It ain't wrong. The East has even gotten worse this year. Look at Milwaukee, homie. I mean, the records don't lie. The results don't lie. Cleveland Cavaliers are about to play y'all. Are you shitting me? Orlando, homie, just took Cleveland to 7.
You can yell team names. What you're doing right now is yelling team names, and you're actually showing me your ignorance and the fact that you did not watch these teams play. You're yelling Orlando Magic because Orlando has been bad for a long time. They're no longer bad. You're yelling out the Cavaliers as if the Cavaliers are bad now. No, they're not bad anymore. So that's the thing. Who you gonna yell next? The Knicks? Well, the Knicks are good now. So like you're yelling out these teams that have been bad for a long time, or when the last time that you were watching the NBA consistently, now you're not watching it, which you've already admitted on this show because you said it's a horrible product. So don't bounce back and say you do watch it. So now you're using what you historically thought is a bad team, using that same fucking ideology and using that to say the East is so bad now. That's cap. It's just wrong. So that's when I go at you, I'm going at you with facts and with real shit. I'm not going at you with just made up belief shit. That's why we differ.
And this is coming from the Mr. Two Things Can Be True guy.
Yep.
So guess what the second part of truth is?
What?
Let me drop this fucking mic on you. How about the East is so shitty that Orlando and Cleveland looks good to you? How about that, Mr. Two Things Can Be True? How about the East is so goddamn shitty that the Bucks are out and the fucking Pacers, who dominated them as a 6 seed, is in? How about that, Mr. Two Things Can Be True?
Yes.
Can 3 things be true?
Shit.
Maybe talk to me. Let's hear it.
I'm just saying, if 2 things was shit, can 3?
I hear man.
That's why I don't think the 2 things. 2 things can't be true, in my opinion, because this is the same Celtics team, by the way, who got Drew Holiday, by the way, who I'm the one on the record saying that it's going to hurt the Bucks this year before the season started. Find those receipts, Mr. I don't know basketball. But guess what? Drew Holiday got out of there. I said when Dame went there, the Bucks were going to be shit. And guess what happened? They were shit. And guess what I said? It will hit Boston over the hump with Drew Holiday. But guess what I also said? 2 things, Mr. 2 things can be true. Porzingis' ass is going to get hurt. And what did he do? Got fucking hurt. Because that's what the Celtics do. That is what Porzingis does. This is what they do. This is the Celtics. This is why the East is shitty. So when the Cleveland or the Knicks end up in the conference final, what are you going to say then?
Well, the Knicks or the Pacers will be in the conference final because they're playing each other. So somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. So
that's
the
what
Knicks.
I said. That's what I said.
So that's well, okay. I'm not gonna say anything.
That's my point. That's my fucking point, homie.
I don't know what you're saying.
The Pacers. The Knicks or the Pacers are going to be in the fucking finals. What does that tell you?
Why are you saying it like that?
Because the East is shitty.
You were just talking to motherfucking Brunson the other day about how great he is and how great the team is, but now they shitty. But now
what
they
does
shitty.
That have to do with it?
Now they shitty. They got a fucking superstar playing team. Fucking everybody. They got depth. They got all that, but now they shitty.
Please tell me what Brunson balling has to do with the fucking East being shitty.
Listen, we just disagree. They're not shitty in my opinion. Point by period.
Okay.
So that's what it is. You got your opinion, I got my opinion.
All right, Tank, let's go to your underrated top 5.
Underrated. I got Bobo. I got Pau Banachero. I got DeJounte Murray, Jalen Suggs, and Tyrese Maxey, number 1.
Oh, can we bring up Smitty's? Can we bring up Smitty's?
We share some common players on that list. So I got DeMar DeRozan number 5. I think this guy for a long time has been a really consistent, good ass player, mid-range assassin, keeping the kind of little bit of the old school style of play still in today's game, and wherever he goes, he's always very effective. Number 4, I got Donovan Mitchell. We talked about the Cavaliers, and this guy right here, man, we don't talk about him enough. When we talk about the young superstars and stars of today, I don't think Donovan Mitchell gets enough love. I don't know that's because he's in the Cleveland market, and before that he was in Utah. But Donovan Mitchell's a bad boy. Number 3, I got Tyrese Maxey as well. I mean, this cat, we saw what he did in the playoffs, especially when, even in the regular season when Embiid was out, he had to step up to the plate, keep the Sixers alive, and that's what he did. Number 2, Paolo Banchero for the Orlando Magic. Watch out. This kid, he's a second-year guy. and baller. We don't see the Orlando Magic on national television a lot, so I know it's hard to really understand how good this cat is. He's a second-year guy who no one talks about. He's strong, athletic, can shoot, can get to the paint. Superstar in the making. The Orlando Magic is going to be good for a long time. And number one, I just brought him up, Jalen Brunson. The reason why I got him there because this guy is a bona fide star. But I still feel like when I'm having conversations with, at the barbershop or media, whatever the case may be, it's like people always add a but to Jalen Brunson. It's like, yeah, Jalen Brunson's good, but yeah, he's cool, but like people don't look at him as like a star. They don't put him in the same conversation as a lot of these other cats. But I'm looking at what he's doing. I'm looking at his numbers. I'm looking at how he's led this New York Knicks team all throughout the season in the playoffs. I'm looking at just big time moments. The guy is a bona fide star and needs to get the proper praise that he deserves. So that's my top 5 most underrated current NBA players.
All right, I'm going to bring mine up. First, I got to address this guy. Jose Jimenez. JB is horrible. Just because Orlando has been bad for the past decade, it does not mean they cannot get better. Get out of here. Also, JB list was horrible. I agree with Tank. Good, but you're Mexican. You're a Mexican. Shut the fuck up, motherfucker. You show me another Mexican balling, motherfucker. Shut up. By the way, the last one you had was a Puerto Rican who locked down LeBron in the finals against Cleveland and Dallas, by the way. But anyway, Smitty, I don't know what you're drinking. All right, let's dive into mine. And I'm so glad that Tank and I understood the assignment and talking about over and underrated. And I love Smitty's take on that because he addressed it. I wouldn't put Brunson in there because I do agree with what Smitty said. I think he's starting to get on the other side of the echelon, but I do agree that he could still be underrated or I would say undervalued. But let me add mine real quick. Here's my underrated list. If you guys don't know about the singing kid, you guys need to look him up because that motherfucker is a baller. And so is Scotty Barnes. Very underrated. Chet Holmgren, I think, is getting overlooked because of the new 7'7" fucking guy that's come in the league balling this year. And then I do like
Victor Wembanyama.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And then I like Banchero. I think Banchero is another superstar on the rise, similar to Smitty's Jalen Brunson take. But I still think these guys are underrated. I got to watch these guys in that Cleveland series closely, especially yesterday's game. Last few games, Banchero single-handedly kept that team in there. But some of you guys don't know about some of these guys because you don't know basketball, but yet I don't know basketball. Make it make sense. Go ahead, Tank. Talk about that list.
One of the things, who can we compare Jalen Brunson to in terms of when we're on Smitty's list? I was just trying to figure out like a good comparison for him. And he's like a black Luka, right?
You know what? I think I look at him as like
Paul Pierce, but shorter. I'm trying to think. We
got to relate him to the same position. I think he's like a more of an under control Tyrese Maxey. I'm gonna be honest. Like Maxey is controlled.
No way. That's the opposite ends of the spectrum, JB.
But I'm saying he's just but what I'm saying is the same position, but one goes ultra fast. The other one controls his team's roster, I guess. You got one guy with Embiid. You got another guy with your center being out the rest of the year. In my opinion, they still have to do the same thing at the end of the game. At the end of the day, they still come down to those two guys dictating the pace, the purpose, and everything. That's the only reason I say it. I couldn't compare him to a 6'11" guy in Luka. I get what you're saying, though. But, like, to me, it's more – I got to compare him.
Luka's 6'11"?
Yeah.
Well, no, he's like 6. He's 6'8". He's tall. 6'7", 6'8".
6'11" is like KD.
Yeah, he ain't that tall. He's like 6'7",
6'8". What is he's 6'9" at least, though.
Like
that's a big difference. Yeah. But my okay, but that's one thing. And then does Powell Banchero does he play like KD? I mean, not KD. I'm sorry, Carmelo.
Yeah, I do agree with that, but I think he's a better rebounder. I think he's a better rebounder.
Okay.
That's a good comparison, though. Size, strength, physical, get to the rim, shoot. That's actually a good comparison.
I was drunk from last night, babe.
Yeah, I think he's – but Yeah, but look at his body. He's coming. He's a Seattle. A lot of cats coming out of the Seattle area lately. A lot of talented players.
So I like your list, JB. My only like little critique is that you think Shai Gilgeous is actually underrated like even right now, even though he's
if Jalen Brunson is, he is too. In my opinion. Listen, I think he's on the rise, no doubt. I think he's gonna be, but I'm kind of pissed off. I got a guy that I left off that I think should be on there, and that is the guy that many people compare to Kobe Bryant, and that's Devin Booker. To me, Devin Booker they need to stop with that shit. Like, you got Tank's list had KD on it, and it had Bradley Beal on it. I think Bradley Beal's a bona fide baller, but he's been injury prone, hurt. He's out the mix, and this team's comprised of 3 overrated guys right now, and KD, Booker, and Beal. And I don't know how you win with that. Booker can score 50 on a given night, but then the next night don't show up like at all. I just think I'm tired of hearing him compared to fucking Kobe, and just like Tank, I'm tired of hearing the Tatum Kobe comparison as well. I just don't. I think both of those guys need to show us something. Kobe, by the way, come on, man. Again, this is this generation who keeps talking about these guys. They're so inconsistent. You knew what you were going to get out of Kobe every night. You can say what you want about Kobe. Oh, he's going to shoot 35 times. Guess what, though? You're going to know what he gets every night. You don't know what these dudes do every night. You don't know what Tatum shows up one night against Miami on the road. You don't know if fucking Jaylen Brown. You don't know if Booker's going to show up. He ain't going to play no goddamn defense. He's going to get drove right by into the – I'm tired of hearing it. Or he's going to be hurt. Like, I think Booker probably should have been on that list. I kept him off, but I think he should have been on that list. But anyway, that's our list right there. I hope Beverly – I don't hope anyone. I'm not pocket checking anybody. But Beverly's kind of wrote – like, I think he's wore out his welcome, in my opinion, at least of the common fan out there. I don't know.
He just messed up throwing that ball at that lady or that fan or whatever, and then going to the post conference and say, do you you subscribe to my podcast? Well, I'm not answering any of your questions. He did that back to back, like on the same night. Like,
I'll be surprised if he doesn't get sued. I mean, if you hit somebody in the head with a ball
twice.
Yeah. Well, he didn't hit her twice, but
but she threw it to him like here, like being cool. Like, I just want to engage with the player. Here's the ball.
I feel like I always have this saying, when you're pissed off, you have the best aim or the worst aim, right? Because I think he was trying to throw the ball at the white boy, missed the white boy, and hit the chick. That's why when he got it again, he threw it again and he threw it right to the white boy. And yeah, bro, he
caught it.
Yeah, and he gonna catch at least $250,000 settlement, maybe $500,000. She could say, I got a headache. My shit been ringing. So
I had babies around me, and now I got mental
emotional distress, scared to go to games now.
I gotta be in a dark room all day because my shit just swole up. G, like, give me some money to fix it. I just put the dollar on the top of it.
It affected me at my job. I couldn't go to work because I just was so nervous to go out in public, thinking I might run to Pat Beverly or basketball might get thrown my way out of the
traumatic stress. Yes, she finna get him for every dollar.
It was so bright outside.
We
just keep going. We just keep going.
We got to transition real quick. And I got to transition.
We ain't got to do shit.
I got to transition to some questions. I did some poll questions, Tank, for you and Smitty today, and I wanted some questions, and we're gonna dive into some personal personal shit. This is to Smitty and Tank. Let's go Tank first.
All right, cool.
What is the line, Tank, that you use to get your wife?
Ooh, damn.
I don't know if it's a line. That's tough.
Hey, you post it on Instagram. They'll give you some hella questions. I'm gonna just tell you right now, motherfucker, give you all kind of questions and shit.
I don't know if it's a line per se. You know, you just start out rubbing them shoulders, then you start to get Hold on,
Tank. So Tank man sees his wife at the club and just Here, baby, what's cracking? Nah,
At
hell
the
no.
club?
That wasn't the first thing, though.
You saying what did I use to get my wife?
Yeah, what got her?
Tank was going a whole nother route. I know what you was talking about, Tank.
I was talking about the
first line.
Yeah, Tank was talking about some other shit.
You saw her, you met her, and
yeah. So my wife, she was walking across campus in high school. She had on her jersey, her softball jersey, and some jeans. And I walked up on her and was like, "What's up, baby? You got 2 quarters I could get?" And she was like, "What?" I was like, "I need 50 cents to get a cookie." So that was just me buying myself some time to check and see if she had some money. And then, from there, I walked her back to her table. And then, it was the game was on after that. You know what I'm saying? That it was organic back in my 90s days.
Mm-hmm.
That was the number one thing. See, back in the day, we used to pocket check the female. Nowadays, they pocket check it up. Talking about we ain't going to Cheesecake Factory. Fuck all that. We used to shit. Hey, I pull up on the bus stop, Smitty, and grab a minute. Hey, girl.
He loved the bus stop. That was JB's
Hey, Tank, I love the bus stop, homie. That's one of the best fucking things. I used to I picked up more brothers at the bus stop and took them home. Girl, you need a ride home? What you waiting on? I need a ride. Hey, shit, you don't got to get no connection pass. None of that with me. I'll take you straight over to the house.
Hey, little league practice and the bus stop is a single mom haven.
And then JB also had a one interesting one, the call centers, right? Was it the call centers, JB?
I used to parking lot pimp them, homie. Because all female. If you ever seen Girl 6, I know Tank has, but Smitty probably ain't never seen Girl 6. All the bad bitches work in call centers, homie. We and the homie would drive up and parking lot pimp the call center. A call center is just a warehouse of shit. You don't know what's in there. But everybody come out at lunch. Everybody come out to leave. They all was bad ones, homie. All of them.
It reminded me of that scene off Baby Boy when he dropping off Yvette to work and all that.
That's what it is. That's what it is. All right, Smitty, your turn, Smitty.
So yeah, it wasn't like a line like Tank just said, but we met. We had a mutual friend who had a birthday. This is high school birthday dinner at Applebee's, and we both pulled up. She had on like this tight red dress, and my girl, she ain't bigger than a minute. She's short, she's small, but she was shapely. And I'm like, damn, I like this little chocolate little thing right here. And we just so happen to be sitting across from each other. So, for me, I'm just, y'all know my personality. I make people laugh. You know what I'm saying? And you make a woman laugh, hey, you in there like somewhere. So I had her laughing and smiling all night. I think I might have finished her buffalo chicken boneless little bites because she couldn't finish them, whatever. Walked her out to the car. Her mom came to school. We high school. Mom came to pick her up. Got her number, and we just started rapping from there on the phone. I'm still from that era where I talked on the phone too, though. Like I'm a good tweener. Talked on the phone and popped that question in person after one of our football games.
Pop, what question?
Made it happen.
Pop, what question?
Well, no, you be my JB. No, you be my girl, not married. Just be.
So your era still had to ask the question, because like nowadays I don't think there's a question. I think it's just it's a known thing now, right?
Nah, that's why my era. I love my era. We got a lot of flaws, but I swear to God, like I was raised with that old school shit that you got. Like my parents, fucking what 50-something years old, like they raised me with the same fucking shit that you guys were raised with. But then I also transitioned to like some of the new shit with social media, like. I was a kid when MySpace became big, and but I still played outside and played football till the streetlights came on. So you know what I mean? So that's why I like my era so much. I think we could talk to both sides.
Did you
all
pay
the
the
other
bill?
eras can't do that.
Did you pay for the bill?
No, I didn't.
No, hell no.
Hold on, we weren't on a date. Like again, it was a mutual friend birthday, and we just were all there. I didn't know I was gonna meet my girl there, so I wasn't. And I was in high school. I was broke as fuck at the time. When we first got together, my girl was, I ain't gonna lie, she was paying for a lot of my shit because she used to work at Arby's, fast food, all throughout high school. Me, I was so focused on football and school. I had a summer job going to my senior year because I wanted to get some real world experience before I graduated. So I worked fast food for a little while to get that experience before football season started back in the summer. But early on, I ain't gonna lie, my girl's paying for food, all type of shit.
Smitty, I'm just gonna tell you right now, and Tank can probably attest. when you do have kids, you're going to thank your parents for raising you that way, because your kids is what you're going to raise, not to have like the shit we're seeing right now. You're going to say, damn, I'm glad I was raised that way so my daughter or son can understand the game. All right, one more question to both of you. What would be your destination of choice if you could surprise your wife with a vacation?
I would have to say either.
Now, first of all, Tank, before you answer, have you already fulfilled that?
He might already been there.
I mean, something like it, but not, the exact place, because, hey, where do they play that celebrity golf tournament at again?
The Jordan one?
Is it Tahoe?
The Jordan? Oh, the amateur? Yeah, that's Tahoe.
Yeah, we want to rent like one of them big old disrespectfully big cabins when it's snowing and go snowmobiling, pull up on some deer, some elk, some bears. What up, y'all? Where y'all going? Man, mash out. We've done a lot, but we want to do something like that.
I like that one a lot. I think for me, it would be either like probably St. Lucia or Turks and Caicos. My wife loves traveling. She loves islands. She loves good weather. We don't really fuck with the cold. Just growing up in the Midwest our whole life, like we've had enough cold and snow. We good on that. Anywhere we travel, we want to travel with just.
Hey, Tank, you been like this, Tank.
Well, Tank already been there. I'm young, so you understand, and I ain't playing the league either. So, so my money a little different than Tank.
I hate flying. I hate 14-hour flight. There and back. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro. Nah.
I can't either.
But that's life. In life, you gotta make sacrifices to get to where you want to get to. There's sun on the outside, Tank. You know that, brother. You my OG. You supposed to be telling me that.
It's called driving.
Sometimes you gotta go through the bullshit to get to the proper destination, Tank.
Okay. I just wouldn't. Listen, man. With the way that you see them two white boys who stuck in I don't know if it's St. Lucia because they had bullets in their bag, bro. Yeah. The way that the world is looking at Americans nowadays, they just waiting for us to come through, slip up on some dumb shit, man. Like it's. We used to be like the belle of the ball, dog, but now if we come, we have a small mistake. They'll put your ass in jail for 15 years because you're American.
Did you see the Australian cats that came to Mexico? They're not going back because they ain't a body bag. Mexican cartels chopped the motherfuckers up, dismembered them.
See,
I'm going to Mexico in 2 weeks too. So y'all pray
I
for
told
me.
you, Smitty, you better not fuck with it.
I'm going. Like it ain't you. I mean, it's happening. Like it's what it is. Like it's already booked.
I'll pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you.
Yeah, I'll be cool. I'm from the hood. I know some Mexicans out there anyway. Hey, that's why we need y'all two to run for office. Mayor, governor for your local area.
They ain't gonna help you in Mexico, homie.
No. Back to what Tank said. He said the country's fucked up now. I was like, that's why we need Tank and JB to be the ones to start running, take control of this shit, and get us back on the right track. Don't be scared, Tank. You live one life. Fuck it.
Yeah, I just want people to look at Americans with high esteem again because they don't look at us like that no more.
No, they don't. They're not scared of us anymore at all. Let me dive in. Let me ask you this. I want to do some hell yeah, hell nah before we end the show with the topic that everyone wants to talk about. All right. So I'm gonna do some hell yeah, hell nah real quick. Tank, you first. Hell yeah, hell nah. Youth parents are ruining sports.
Hell yeah. They are putting way too much pressure on these kids to be a complete project. It's too young. Parents has got the players jumping around and they need to let the baby cry a little bit. Stop picking the baby up.
Ask the question again. I was reading the comment. I'm sorry.
Hell yeah, hell nah. Youth parents are ruining sports.
From all the information that I have, I'm gonna say hell yeah. Obviously, I don't have no kids. I'm not actually in the field, so I can't. It's hard for me to actually give you a answer from my own experience. But every parent I feel like we've had on here who's out here coaching or knows youth coaches or whatever, they all give you the same answer. And you see the video stuff online, and it's a lot of craziness right now. Everybody thinks their kid is the top kid and should be doing this and that and the third. So I'm gonna say hell yeah.
Have you had Baby Gronk on your show? Yeah, okay. Just wondering.
Here's a text message that I sent him yesterday because he texted me, the dad.
Goofies.
He texted me, and here it is right here. Do your thing, big dog. Barstool, everybody's retweeting it. I said, homie, I'm not interested. It does nothing for me. I'm over your gig. Good luck. The dude texts me every day. It's a mockery at this point. It's like, come on, homie. Your kid's not a kid. You're not letting them be a kid at this point. I have no interest. Let me ask you, we could dive into this whole youth sports thing and make it a whole show, but we're going to move on. But I would use it as a microcosm to what these youth kids are doing in society, period. Like, these motherfuckers are actually, they're fucking up the kids, not only sports kids, they're just fucking up kids in general. They're letting them misgender themselves or whatever the fuck we call it. They're letting them cut off their shit. It's a whole big thing, dog. It ain't just sports, but it's a whole nother ball game. Hell yeah, hell nah, Tank. The UFL is a horrible watch if you've even watched it.
I have watched it. I'd say hell no. It's not a horrible watch. I really like how they, listen to the players' input. You can kind of go behind the scenes. It's just, the quarterback play is just not the top tier. That's really what the difference is.
And I agree with you. Hell no. I think it's cool having some football around this time. Just in general, as a pure football fan, I like that we got some sort of football right now. I like some of the rules they have. I watched the game like a week or so ago where they have a rule where instead of doing like onside kicks, if it's the end of the game and you need a chance to get the ball back and win, you can go for it. It's like on your own 40 or something. It's like a fourth and 25, and if you can convert, then you keep the ball rolling and you have a chance to come back and score. I like stuff like that. It keeps the game kind of exciting. We all would probably agree that, the NFL literally took their kickoff rule. So obviously it's having some sort of effect on the main league. So I say hell no, but yeah, the quarterback play is it's tough. And that's the main position. So when you don't have the great quarterback play, it just kind of makes the game a little watered down.
Right.
I'm going to say hell yeah, it's fucking horrific. This is the reason why though. And no one's going to talk about it. We got a bunch of old cats that are coaching it, old school, respectable dudes that have had great careers, whether it was NFL, college, or we got Stoops, we got Holtzson. We've got guys that have had reputable resumes. I look at it, though, Tank, and I'm looking at this as if this is their vacation to make $500K. They don't really got a coach, and we're actually doing them a disservice by just out there going through the motion. I've watched 2 weeks in a row. A buddy of mine who's a coach in college right now, we were watching it, and we're like, we ain't seen a motion, a shift. And on defense, we're seeing the most stagnant looks we've ever seen. And that, to me, is a direct correlation or a reflection on the coaches that are coaching it, who are basically just happy to be out there. And I'm like, damn, we're not even watching any. I'll be running triple option, Tank, at these motherfuckers since you just said it. Quarterback play is horrific. Why not get an athlete out there, put him at Q, and let's go run triple at these motherfuckers and actually go do some shit? I just don't see any coaching. I think it's a vacation for these old school cats. I think they need to go get some young go-getters in there and really make it a league of their own and put a stamp on this league to make it a different league. This isn't – you can't compare yourself to the NFL. Let's just keep it real.
Bro.
To Tank's point, quarterback play, we already know if you're not on the NFL roster as it is, you know the product's going to be bad. And then listen, who's really watching? I believe you brought this up last year, Tank. Who's watching 7th and 8th string dudes that never made it in the league in totality in this league? Listen, it's cool to have football during the off season, but the product itself is a tough watch for me, and it's getting worse in my opinion because of your points.
Yeah, I had Wade Phillips when I played for the Cowboys, and I felt like, he was kind of like over his time then. That was 08, 09. And to see him,
my point.
He's a great guy. His dad, Bum Phillips, you know, and all of that. But like I saw him as a head coach, I was like, damn, I mean, good on him for getting up and doing it every day. But come on, man, I'm sure there's a young, hungry coach that could use that position and do just as good.
That's my point. Hell yeah, hell nah. Smitty, Justin Fields will return kicks this season.
Hell no, he better not.
I think it's better not is more of your answer. I think you can see it happening though.
If you want to be respected as a quarterback in this league, he's still a young guy. Right? Still a young guy. You can't do that. Once you do that, it's over. Like you can't do that. You can't be a receiver or type. Once you show them you some other shit, and then don't let yourself be good at it. Oh fuck. It's over.
Hey,
so
hold on, Tank. I'm gonna go Tank before you. I'm gonna say hell yeah, and I'm gonna bet on it. I'm gonna bet that the motherfucker returns a kick some sort of way, punt or a kick. In this with the new kickoff rules, Tank, that we got a running start at the shit. We got a wall of cats. I can see that motherfucker being Cordell Stewart 2.0.
Yo, he better not catch that ball one time, or else he will never be under center again. If they put him back there in practice, he better dodge that bitch every time. Because if he touch it, he is now a wildcat returner.
Hey,
oh man, I saw that shit. I was like, hell no.
Tank, if he's even back there though, that's the first thing. If he's back there, then you know he got to catch it. Now he's gonna be looked at as like a bitch. Oh, you a bitch?
Nah. I'll tell you a story. With my rookie year, they put me and Tommy Harris on the wedge. So we had to build the wedge. We had to wait on the returner. When the returner says go, we go. So we went back there. Tommy was like, let's go. So we get back there. We set up. Tommy took off one way. I took off the other way. The returner got smacked. They took us right off of special teams. That's how you do it. If you don't want to be on it, just fuck it up so bad that they got to put somebody else in there.
That's hilarious. Y'all literally split the wedge.
Split. Tommy really took off. We supposed to wait for the go. Tommy took off. I'm like, oh shit. I take it. Yeah, it was bad, bro.
Hey, but that's when there was a wedge and motherfuckers used to get that shit cracking. And I missed that shit. I think that's what started the pussification of the NFL when we got rid of the wedge breaker.
That wedge used to kill motherfuckers. That wedge is serious business.
Hey, Tank, lock arms. Shit. Locking arms was the shit. Motherfucker, that was We got rid of that shit, man.
Head up to outside.
Head up to outside, dog. We lost the wedge, and it to me, it lost football. All right. Everybody wants to know. We're in the show with this. Hell yeah, hell no. Kendrick Lamar won the Drake battle. Hey, something in the house.
Oh, hold on. No, fuck that. Hold on, before I answer the question, without a doubt. Before I answer this question, when I brought this up, when the battle, whatever, when it first started, JB was all, I don't really care. I mean, yeah, Kendrick, he from Compton, but he ain't really whatever. He had no care in the world, Tank, about this battle. He wasn't even really repping Kendrick like that. But now, since people are saying that Kendrick won, and now the battle has kind of beefed up, now you want to Compton, nah, stick on where you was at. But with that being said, y'all know I'm Team Young Money to the death of me. Shout out to Lil Wayne. Shout out to the whole Young Money. But I got to be real. I think Kendrick won, man. I think it was a close battle, though. I think when I just go song for song, and I think about just some of the bars that were delivered, even some things that we know were untrue. I'm sure both of them lied on some things. That's part of the game. But I think Kendrick had a great balance of some deep, like hard songs, but then he had the party banger too on the West Coast vibe as well. I like his balance better. I think he won in a close one.
Man, at this point, it's not a battle. It's a fucking Netflix series. These dudes ain't out here on the battle. It's not even like in the same form. Nobody's gonna get smacked at this point. It's a Netflix series, and it'll be good and have a horrible ending, just like Netflix.
I said that to Smitty last week is why I said I didn't watch it, because of that reason right there. This isn't an old school beef. This is just like an entertainment.
It's a rap. It's not a beef. It's a rap battle. It's not even like a beef.
It's not even. But here's the thing.
Hold on. Y'all don't appreciate, like, I don't know if y'all listen to it for real. It's some really good music though. Like y'all listen, y'all so old school. Y'all want motherfuckers to go out there and like actually fight and motherfuckers to have a shootout.
No. I want the cause of the rap battle to be something that's like these guys are going to like low blows and kids and this and that. Like you're not dissing like the way you rap, how you rhyme, your swag. You know, there's always a girl involved. Like that was the old battles. Like now it's just to the point where you're trying to say the most salacious thing, and to me it's just like it's Netflix.
And the reason I agree with Tank on it is the reason why I didn't watch it, to Smitty's point, because if you're going to bring up personal shit, you had to be willing to go to the East-West Coast battle that a riot broke out. Grape Street Watch Cats come in there and take over Bill Bellamy. I was there. Ice-T had to come out the crowd to take over as the MC because there was real gunplay. Like, I'm not saying to advocate.
I don't want all that. I don't want to hear all that.
I'm still out of that. I ain't saying that.
Time out. I don't want that either. What I'm saying is, if you're going to be personal, though, to Tank's point, you got to expect some sort of real repercussion. We're talking about personal shit, baby mama's daughter's son, when there is no repercussion. No, these motherfuckers ain't going to throw hands or pull a pistol. But now we're making it personal on a rap beef that really is not going to come to fruition, Smitty. It's a joke. It's an actual money grab. And my point was this, Tank, and I don't know what you think. I think this was an all planned out deal to get the rap game that has kind of died out to I think we all agree, back on top of some sort, back to where it's talked about again. It's selling records again.
Hey, well, it works. It was genius.
But that's my point, Smitty. That's why I think they did it. Because
it worked, and the music is good. The bars is good. Go listen to every fucking song. It's good music.
Listen, the effort's good. I just, I think Kendrick's got an album coming out. Obviously, Drake's got an album coming out. I just hope that the album keeps the same energy, right? Like, don't go over to Pimp a Butterfly. You know what I'm saying? Keep that same aggressive energy on your album. That's all I got to say.
Hey, Tank, drop your backseat real quick before we get out of here.
Yes, sir. If anybody got back trouble, go to Baxi.com, BAXSI, upper, middle, lower. Man, I'm telling you, if I put my name on it, it's stamped. Go to Baxi.com, use discount code TANK.
Tank, much love. Tank, we'll get you back on this week for another episode, and then we're trying to move into the studio. So we appreciate you as always, and we'll see you later on this week. And go on over to Backseat and subscribe today. Tank, as always, we'll see you Wednesday or Friday. And much love. Appreciate you.
Much love, fellas. I got to roll.
Peace. All right, Smitty, let's end the show with a real quick. Head on over to our GoFundMe page. Appreciate everybody that's helped us. We're trying to go get furniture. I'm going to go get some furniture today. Plus, we need new mics and cameras to catch the whole studio so we can get up and move around. So, by the way, the top 5 contributors will get personal treatment, and that means poker party, barbecue, get to chill with us, get to hang out with us for a day, come through and hang. That is going to go to the top 5 contributors. So shout out to you. A little incentive to all the fans. Appreciate you guys. And can't thank you enough.
Yes, sir.
So pound that like, subscribe, become a member. We'll be back tomorrow for Talk That Talk Tuesday. I'm going to get me going here in a minute to go head on to the studio and get some furniture in there, see what's up with our mural guy. Internet's connected, so Smitty could go in there as soon as we put some furniture in there. He could actually do the show from there right now and be loud. And yeah, we do. I did get a phone line connected, Smitty, so we could take actual calls through a phone, through the board. Bailey could actually go through the calls too and screen them.
What?
So,
okay.
Yeah. So we got that going too. So all those things in the works. So studio's going, it's getting the works. We're getting there slowly but surely, but we got to get there fast. Shout out to Eddie Manyweather. Smitty wasn't here. Eddie was on the ground at UCLA, gave us some great content, man. with the Hamases. Smitty, if you haven't seen that episode, it's fire with Jeff and I. And Eddie was out there running around chasing down Hamases. It was comical. So
hey, that's why Eddie's my guy. You know, always got his back, even when you talk shit against him. Shout out to Eddie, man.
By the way, the SEC is kicking the ass of the Hamases and the Palestine protesters. The Pac-12 is getting their ass beat by the Palestinian protesters. It's unbelievable. We funded Columbia, Harvard, UCLA, all this money, and yet we're allowing. Look at the money that's been thrown into these schools that are allowing the protest. Seems like George Soros or whatever his name is has actually contributed to all this. It's funny that you can't do that shit in the South. They're not fucking going for it. Love the frat boys. Shout out. As much as I talk shit about the young kids in this country, the frat boys are out there rocking the American flag, singing the national anthem, pushing the protesters out. Shout out to all the SEC schools and all the kids doing their thug thizzle. Shout out to you guys for repping the country. Somebody has to do it, and nobody else is. Smitty, good to have you back. Let's get ready to go the rest of the week. Tomorrow, Steve Kim joins us. We're going to break down the Canelo fight. We're going to dive into that. Plus, the video.
Inoue fought this morning. Got a good knockout, too, early this morning before our show. We're going to talk about that fight tomorrow as well.
Plus the Oscar De La Hoya video, if you haven't seen it. We're going to dive into that tomorrow as well. Pound that like, subscribe, become a member, and our GoFundMe is in our link tree on social media. Plus, it's in the link we just posted. Head on over there, help some cats out, get the studio going. So it is going to be a tall task, but we need to get it going ASAP. Rocky. Shout out to everybody. Pound the like, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace.
Issues get pressed so fast you don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing. We switched it and filled it.